Oh, hey, Andrew. I meant to ask you, do we have my Halloween music loop, from the movie Halloween? The dun, 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 dun. See if we have that. And put that up on 17 if we have it. What the hell's that?
This is the NBC Television Network.
Little 80s kickback nostalgia, but I guess I hit the mouse accidentally. I wasn't supposed to play that right there. I've already effed up the whole show.
Yeah, you have.
I'm 32 seconds in. I've already screwed up the whole program. I've ruined everything.
Look on the bright side. It can't get any worse.
What's that TV show?
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
What?
I don't know.
No,
We went from bad news to good news.
What's
from my ruin the day to It's Always Sunny.
No. Ruined everything. There was a TV show.
Yeah, it was called Adam Ruins Everything.
Yes, Adam Ruins Everything. And I've seen it a couple of times. It's old, right? When did that thing run? That thing's like
2015 to 2018.
All right. So I've seen a couple episodes. That's where this guy named Adam comes on and explains like the real deal on things, and it kind of wrecks your perception.
Like, oh.
So yeah, the name of the show is Adam Ruins Everything. And I don't even know where the hell it ran, but I saw a couple episodes somewhere at some point. I thought it was enjoyable. I guess I just kind of drift. You ever, you watch something and you're like, man, this is good. And then for whatever reason, you leave a whole lot of episodes on the table. You just kind of drift away.
Yeah, the drift away. The series drift away.
Yeah, there's no real explanation on the drift away. Oh, thank you. There, Andrew found it. Yeah, one more day. Oh, you know what I need to find? We also need to find the Halloween movie that went off the rails. Hold on, Andrew. Andrew's giving me the RCA dog, the nipper, like, tilting his head like, When I say the Halloween episode that went off the rails, or I should say the Halloween movie, rather, that went off the rails, that doesn't stir anything up? Oh, come on.
I have to tell you, I've never seen any of the Halloween movies, any of the Freddy Krueger type movies, any of the haunted movies. I haven't seen any of them. That's just not my thing.
Hold on. You've seen none of those? You've never seen Nightmare on Elm Street?
Nightmare on Elm Street, Nightmare on Elm Street 2, 3, 5, none of them. I haven't seen the Chucky movies, none of it.
I saw the Nightmare on Elm Street when I was like in high school. That was a big thing to watch.
Absolutely.
At slumber parties. Yeah.
I was just not. I don't know if it's all horror movies, but I'm just not a horror movie genre guy.
Yeah, I'm with you. I mean, as an adult, I don't want to see any of that. Remember, did you ever go to see Face of Death? That was the big thing.
The Faces of Death.
Faces of Death. Yeah. In high school, it was like, okay, let's that was, ugh. That was real.
I want to go to phones here quickly. I want to do early phones right off the bat here on the MJ Morning Show. When I say to you, the MJ Morning Show listener, the Halloween movie that went off the rails. Now, Halloween 1, the first Halloween movie, and of course the psycho killer's name was
Pete.
Pete?
No, Joe.
Close. Right?
No, it's
Jason?
No, Jason was in the Friday the 13th movies.
Oh, the Halloween
that was the hang on. That was Friday the 13th. No, Halloween movie.
Mike Myers?
Yes. Did you look that up?
No.
All right. Yes. Why didn't you say Mike Myers
because
first?
I was just, the first thing that came to me was Jason. He's who I associate all scary Halloween, and Freddy Krueger, of course.
Now, the Halloween movie, Halloween 1, do you know what was attributed to making that movie a total success? Halloween 1, the first Halloween movie. John Carpenter. Any idea?
The backlighting. I have no idea.
What?
I'm not into... I've never seen this movie.
No, I just gave you a hint because I played the music. If you read up on Halloween, the first Halloween movie, the movie was kind of meh blah, in like early screenings, but then the soundtrack, this stuff right here, is what really, really juiced up
Oh.
Yeah.
and helped to make the Halloween movie successful.
Yeah, this music sounds like you're going to die.
All right,
Makes me
so
want to die.
why do I want to go to phones? Because I posed something moments ago, and here on the day before Halloween, I posed a question. The Halloween movie that went off the rails. I mean, like, what the? Who knows? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. Hit the phones. Let's go.
Is it part of the Halloween movie franchise?
Listen, I'm just saying the Halloween movie that went off the rails. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's go to phones. 800-990-1047. Just tell me the Halloween movie that went off the rails. Do you know? And I don't want to give anything away. I actually have something queued up. Look, phones are ringing. Andrew's screening. So when I say, hey, let's go to phones on something, there's a little bit of a delay because we've got a 20-second delay. You know, the typical delay is 10 seconds. You know, with my dump button and everything,
Right.
I've got 10 seconds. But then there's like all the processing for that whole HD radio failure thing. That's another 10. So when I say boo, it takes 20 seconds for that. When I actually say it live, it takes 20 seconds for it to hit the speakers, like in a car or a regular radio, and then whatever the processing time is for streaming. I think it's somewhat similar. It might be actually a little less. I don't know. All right, so phones are ringing. Let me grab line 1 first. Hi, good morning, MJ Morning Show. Who's this? It looks like Steve in Largo. Is that correct?
Yes, it is, sir.
All right, Steve.
I
Yeah, what was that, Steve? Hold on. What did you say?
was going to say the one that went off the rails was the third installment that had nothing to do with Michael Myers. The plot was when they were wearing these stupid masks. These masks they wore was causing all the trouble in the movie. It had nothing to do with Michael Myers.
That is correct. Steve in Largo is 100% right. The Halloween movie that went off the freaking rails was Halloween 3. There was no Mike Myers, and it was like this crazy maniac that owned a novelty company, and he made these masks that had some kind of metal medallion. It was like pumpkin masks, and it had a metal medallion, and there was a whole TV campaign where they had like this crazy flashing light scenario, and the flashing lights when the kids gathered around the TV wearing their Halloween masks, that was the whole thing. Hey, kids, buy your Halloween mask and gather around the TV. And then on Halloween, when the kids gathered around the TV for the special commercial, the commercial's flashing lights activated this like metal medallion on the side of the mask and made like worms and snakes come out of their head. So, and wait a minute, and I queued something up. I didn't want to play this early because it would have given it away, but this is one more day till Halloween. Today, one more day till Halloween, and listen, this is it.
One more day to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. One more day to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. One more day to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. One more day to Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Just one more day, only 24 hours, but that's plenty of time to pick out one of the big Halloween 3, yes, 3 horrific masks to choose from. And remember the Horror-thon, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. One more day, the clock is ticking.
One more day to Halloween.
I mean, how creepy is this?
Yeah.
One more day till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. One more day till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. Oh my God, it was an awful movie, and it went off the rails because it totally. Hey, thanks for the call, Steve. Stephen Largo, he got it. So there you have it.
Yeah, I've never seen any of them.
Oh, listen, the third installment was whacked. And then the kids were gathering around the TV for the special 9 o'clock horror-thon. And then the flashing lights in the special, like I said, activated this crazy little metal device that was like a little medallion on the masks. And then it like turned them into zombies and made worms and snakes crawl out of their eye sockets and nose. It's just the most ridiculous premise ever. Anyway, the bottom line here is one more day till Halloween, all right?
Yeah, that's right.
We got to
Tomorrow.
it. Yep.
Silver Shamrock. It's 6:10 at the MJ Morning Show. Just getting rolling here on a Wednesday. Let's grab some traffic. Shriner's got it. We're back in minutes. MJ Morning Show, just get rolling. Q105. MJ Morning Show. It's Q105. MJ with Fester, Roxanne, Andrew in the booth on a Wednesday. Hey, looking forward to this afternoon. You know what's happening? Do you know what's going on later today?
You're doing something somewhere fun, right?
I am. I'm doing something. That is correct.
You're doing something.
I am doing something. What am I doing later today? Now, it's not open to the public, but I do believe it's a public service.
Yes, it has to do with the state attorney's office.
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah, pizza. So, now, what's the pizza? That would be Little Caesars. Yeah. So this is going to be pizza, times maybe 300, because there are 300 employees down at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. And today I have coordinated with my friends at the Colony Grill. They have a location at Midtown in Tampa, right at 275 in Dale Mabry, and then they have one in downtown St. Pete. And the Colony Grill is a Stamford, Connecticut import, and it goes back to the 1930s. And they have that ultra-thin, crispy bar pie they're famous for like almost 100 years. And they have 2 locations now in the Tampa Bay area, and they've got this state-of-the-art, like, gorgeous pizza mobile truck. And they can make the pizzas exactly the same in the truck as they can in the restaurant. So I've arranged to have the pizza truck go to the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. Susie Lopez, of course, the state attorney for Hillsborough County. I've arranged to have the truck have pizza lunch for all of the employees down there. Just a little bit of a, hey, thank you.
Pizza day.
All of the prosecutors, all of the support staff.
Yeah.
Of which my daughter Chloe is one of the support staff.
Oh.
Chloe is a legal assistant in one of the felony divisions for a little over a year, because she's applying now for law school, and she's planning to attend law school this time next year. So she'll be working at the state attorney's office she started back as an intern, and then she just applied for a job. She started as an intern back in June, and then some job openings happened. She didn't even tell Michelle and me that she applied. And then she ends up getting the job. And then, hey, guess what, Mom and Dad? I got a job. Okay.
So the lesson here is if you want free pizza lunch, hire MJ's daughter.
No, it's not.
That's what it is. I mean, Chloe doesn't work there.
No, I would have.
Susie Lopez wouldn't be eating pizza this afternoon.
Pizza
if
by
it wasn't
proxy.
for the hire. I mean, I'm just saying.
Listen, there are great prosecutors and support staff at the state attorney's office for Hillsborough County. It's the 13th SAO, and free pizza for staff. Don't try to crash it. Don't try to drive there and get free pizza. If you work downtown, don't try to freeload. Hey, come on by and say hi. I'm going to be there. Michelle's going to be there because Michelle's a former assistant state attorney. So, and our daughter now works there. You know what's funny is Chloe was in Michelle's belly when Michelle was an assistant state attorney. And then now Chloe's working down there. I just see it's kind of, full circle kind of deal.
Yeah.
Chloe was in Michelle's belly, and now pizza will be in Chloe's belly. Wow.
And then after law school, I think there's a good shot that Chloe could come back and apply for a job as an assistant state attorney.
She's making a good impression now. Why not?
All right. So for employees of the state attorney's office, free pizza. From 11 a.m. to 2 p.m., I'm going to have the Colony Grill pizza truck down there, and it's going to be a great – but, don't try to freeload, folks. Hey, come on by and say hi, but you have to have a state attorney badge or ID in order to get your free pizza.
That's what I want to do. I want to come by and say hi while I'm watching everybody else eating pizza.
Well, I might, give somebody a slice,
I
but,
mean,
don't make those promises.
I probably shouldn't. I probably shouldn't say that. No, but I'm looking forward to it. I get to, after the morning show, I'm going to, hightail it down to downtown Tampa and assist with the handing out of the free pizza at the state attorney's office, Susie Lopez, the Hillsborough County state attorney. So looking forward to that. All right, Fester, I teased an item moments ago. Do you know what it was?
Something about my favorite footwear.
Yeah, I just wanted to see if your memory is intact or if there's short-term problems.
I'm wearing them again today. I wear them every day. Crocs.
Yeah. All right, so here's the deal. let me see what Crocs are you wearing today.
I am wearing a canvas Croc, where has the Croc
Hold on.
base.
What the hell is a canvas? I've never seen this.
All right.
I just know those mushy
Like a
kind of.
slipper.
Oh, that's a Croc.
Yeah.
I didn't.
I had
That's
no.
a Croc?
I had no idea that's a Croc.
See, you said you were wearing Crocs yesterday, and I looked down and saw those shoes, and I was like, "That liar."
You know what that looks like?
I didn't. It looks like a boat shoe. It
Yeah,
looks
she
like a
thought
dock
she
sider.
thought you were liar pants on
I
fire.
did. I was like, "Look at
'Cause
this embellisher."
Those don't look like Crocs.
No, they really don't.
Right there at the bottom, you can see Crocs written
You know,
right on it.
Well, this isn't a Croc.
yeah,
This is a Croc in disguise.
Yeah, when I think that what a Croc.
What a Croc.
Yeah,
All right, listen,
yeah.
Croc.
listen. When I think of Crocs, it's that squishy, foamy, colorful.
Plastic.
You know what? You know what it's
Yeah.
like? It's made out of the same material that those awful circus peanuts are made out of.
Yes.
You know those squishy little, the orangey, those awful
course.
candies,
Of
the
course.
circus peanuts.
Did you know the flavor on those is banana?
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I see. I thought
Yeah.
it was baby aspirin.
Yeah. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. To me, they always tasted like baby aspirin.
No, that's orange sherbet.
Yeah. I mean, that's what. I mean, look at my palate. But
So-
now that you say banana, I see it.
So those are Crocs? Those don't look like Crocs.
I'm telling you, you should probably just venture into a Croc store for smirks and giggles.
I don't want to venture into a Croc store for smirks and giggles.
Then you'll be surprised every time you see
By the
something
way-
different than the plastic shoes.
One other pointing out thing here that I want to do is hold that up again. Hold that up to MJTV. It's kind of burlappy. It's
Kind of woven canvas.
you know what it looks like?
What?
Speaking of spooky Halloween stuff, you know what it looks like?
What?
What is that? Those is it a movie or I think it's a movie?
Uh-huh.
The scary burlap mask. You know what's the horror movie where?
The guy has like a burlap
Yeah,
head.
it's that scary, awful burlap mask, like a burlap potato sack bag. And doesn't like the bad killer guy? Doesn't he wear some really scary looking like tattered burlap mask? Right?
I can picture it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I can picture it too. I just don't know what the hell the name of the movie is.
Burlap head movie.
Burlap
Trick or Treat.
Trick or Treat. Is that it? Michael Dougherty directed Trick or Treat. He is a mysterious. No, I don't think that's it.
Yeah, a mysterious creature
is
who wears
that
a
it?
burlap mask.
Oh, is that it? So it's Trick or Treat.
No, that's not it either. I
No?
mean, it looks like a boy. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. Though that's what your silly shoes look like. Which I would have had no idea those were Crocs.
They're an ill representation of Crocs.
I agree.
They are
wholeheartedly.
a facet of Crocs.
All right, so here's the deal. Is Crocs in trouble? I remember we mentioned this months and months ago. Might have been a year ago, maybe more. Remember Crocs bought another footwear brand? They bought the Hey Dude loafers.
Yes. Yes.
Well, guess what? I guess Hey Dude loafers are really stinking up the joint, and they could be dragging Crocs down. You better load up on Crocs in case they go out of business. Yeah, Crocs shares tumbled 18% yesterday. Why? Because, and I'm sure you were on the Crocs earnings call.
I was. I am actually invested 100% in Crocs. Yes, it was a very hard day.
Fester, no more questions, please. All right,
Everything, your whole Beasley 401k is all in Croc stock?
MJ, I assure you, it was the second craziest call I was on all week.
Great. What was the first craziest call you were on?
You want to know?
Yeah.
We were all on
Okay,
it.
so
that
We were
call.
all on
a
it.
couple
Oh,
of people,
that call.
a couple of managers thought it'd be a good idea to wrangle the
Yeah.
three cats
Yeah.
together. Boy, it was-
The call that I never wanted to be a part of.
hey, let's talk about this research study.
All right. So Crocs executives admitted yesterday during an earnings call that their purchase of the Hey Dude, you're getting Adele. Hey Dude.
Remember that guy?
What?
Yeah, I forgot about that guy.
That guy lost his gig because he got busted for marijuana possession or something. Remember dude, you're getting Adele. Remember him?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So Crocs executives admitted during their earnings call yesterday that their 2022 acquisition of the Hey Dude footwear brand is smashing their earnings. So that acquisition is broadsiding the earnings for the regular Croc crap.
So here's the deal.
Yeah.
I see the Hey Dudes everywhere. It might just be a curve of acquiring a new product that they have to pull out of.
Oh, but it's dragging them down that they would be in good financial shape, but the earnings are getting whacked because I guess Hey Dude is stinking up the joint, much like your feet inside Crocs.
Yes, that's true. Hey Dudes are also a woven casual shoe.
So it could be sort of similar to what you're wearing there.
I'm into buying or looking into investing into a pair of Hey Dudes. All I got to do is find them in size 15.
Well, guess what? You better hurry and do that because maybe you can help pull them out of their sales slump right now,
Dude,
is what I'm thinking.
I think I bought 8 Crocs over the last year. I'm doing my part.
6:32 at the MJ Morning Show. In minutes, early Morons in the News, man. We got a pile today. Woo-wee. We got a pile of early Morons in the News. And that's next on the MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Weather time. 6 required C-cell batteries into the official MJ Morning Show megaphone. Ready to roll.
You know where they came from, right?
Andrew, I have no idea. Andrew,
I was here when they came.
Andrew placed these batteries right next. I didn't even see it.
No, it wasn't Andrew. It wasn't you, Andrew, was it?
I don't know then.
It was Tyson.
It was. Oh, it was.
Uh-huh.
Well, when did that? Well, who put them? Listen to me. I walk into the studio at 5:30, and I'm setting up the show. I'm putting all my prep in a pile over here. Kind of lining things up for the Wednesday broadcast, and then sometime before 6 o'clock, I turn around and there's an 8-pack of Duracell C-cell batteries right next to me, and I assume that Andrew, did you place those next to me?
I cannot tell a lie. I put those in the control room.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
okay, well, then where did Tyson
I don't know
put
where they came from.
Well, hold on.
Where'd you find
Where
them?
did you get them?
They were sitting in here.
Oh, Tyson put them in your studio. Okay.
All right, so Tyson, our promotions guy.
Yeah, so I passed him in the hallway yesterday, and he was like, oh, this guy, it was like about 12:45. And he's like, a listener just came and dropped off batteries for you guys. And he starts laughing. He's like, I go, you're kidding me.
A listener drop. Do we know who the listener is? I want to give the dude credit. I want to give the listener a shout out. Because yesterday on the air, I said, man, we need some C-cell batteries. My megaphone is dead. I got to replace all 6 batteries. And Fester said, yeah, about that. We don't really have a budget for batteries around here anymore. And then Fester said, hey, previously some listeners, they Amazoned us some batteries for the megaphone, and then a listener dropped off an 8-pack of C-cell Duracell batteries.
How nice.
I wish I knew the name of the. Hold on, is that it?
I know everything about this.
Oh.
While you guys go, spewing off.
Well, I got to do early morons in the news, so give me the details quickly.
Brett Green, who's the guy who dropped off the batteries last time, and we even talked about yesterday at the beginning of the show.
Right.
And we even joked about, hey, don't send us the cheap batteries this time, but thanks for doing it anyway.
Oh, was that him?
He sends me a text message.
Oh, so Brett Green, a listener.
Yes.
Brett Green sent us Amazon Basics, the Amazon brand batteries.
Yeah, they cheaped out on us.
And
thank you,
but listen, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth.
We will.
But this time around, he didn't send them via Amazon. He actually dropped off an 8-pack of Duracell batteries. That's great.
You know, it'd be really.
I love active listeners.
Brett, if you went to like Costco or Home Depot or something and got like one of the big industrial.
Oh, the 42-pack.
Yeah. That's what we really need. But he sent me a message yesterday and told me that he thought he missed you. Whoever was running interference at the front reception area said you left 15 minutes ago.
No, it was Tyson. I passed in the hall. He goes, "Oh, I didn't know you were here.
Okay.
I just saw. Yeah.
So
that's great. I love when listeners just drop off batteries.
So if you recall,
because we have no budget in the engineering department to have a stash of batteries.
Isn't that funny?
It's great.
So yesterday I had a meeting with Ron, our corporate vice president guy, right? And he acknowledged that.
No. Ron is he's our general manager.
I don't even know
he's our market vice president and general manager. He's not a corporate vice president. He's the vice president and general manager of the Tampa market radio stations for Beasley Media Group.
All these titles they give people.
Who's the president?
Ridiculous. Anyway.
Who's the president of this market?
I don't know. Anyway, we have a meeting with him, and he's like, hey, yesterday was his 2-year anniversary.
Oh, that's right.
Here at the building. And I kind of said, oh, great. And I had no reaction to it. And he kind of chuckled. He goes, and you guys didn't get me a cake?
Oh, from the cake girl.
And I looked right at him. I go, there's no budget for it. There's no budget for the cake.
But did he laugh?
He chuckled.
That's
He
good.
goes, yeah, I know. I cut it.
Radio is not quite the same as it was.
No.
I'm just glad. I am thrilled that I got to live through
You did live through the heyday.
Some glory days of radio. And these days, I'm just hanging by a thread.
Just a thread.
I could be gone tomorrow. Who the hell knows? Anyway, so early morons in the news at 6:45 here on the MJ Morning Show. I wonder if he yelled 4.
Was it a golfing story?
Yes. A golfer arrested for smashing his driver over another player's head, and it was caught on video. Oh, son of a... as you can imagine, the golfer was drunk. A golfer, intoxicated, arrested, smashed the driver over another player's head. Yeah, caught on video. This, and I don't typically do foreign stories, but this is, fairly close. This is Canada. This happened in British Columbia, so Western Canada, at the Burnaby Mountain Golf Course. We have a lot of golfers that listen to the show. I mean, it's Florida after all. And this happened about 10 days ago. Verbal dispute turned into an ugly attack. 2 golfers yelling back and forth, with one saying, "You hit effing towards me." The golfer, wearing a white hat and dark colored shirt, walked toward the other golfer who was wearing a pink shirt, probably for Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah.
And took his driver and smashed it over his head.
Oh, this is the worst video ever.
And it's caught on video.
Okay, here's the guy. Here's a confrontation between the guy in blue and the guy in pink.
Yep.
And then the guy points his camera to the ground during impact.
Yeah.
And then before you know it, the guy in pink is just rolling around crying.
Yeah, don't you love it when the video doesn't capture the money shot, There's a Tampa car crash that went viral on social media in the last 30 days.
Okay.
And this car is speeding. I think I saw a sign for I-75. And so it's somewhere near, I think, Fletcher or Fowler and I-75. And this car speeds, hits a median out of control, flips over and tumbles. And it's a local video. But right at the initial point of impact, the camera person who's ever holding the camera phone like tilts down toward their dashboard for a minute. I mean, come on, keep the camera aimed at the real deal. Anyway, what is going on? What would possess someone to bash another golfer over the head with a freaking driver?
Alcohol, I guess.
You're not a golfer, MJ.
Yeah.
These golfers, I mean, they're drunk. I mean, this isn't the PGA.
I thought you were going to say it was a frustrating game.
No, this isn't the PGA.
Yeah, I know you have the beer girls, right? The beer women on the carts that.
The cart girls is what it's called.
Yeah,
But they have a full liquor bar.
Yeah, they're encouraging these golfers to get loaded and ass blast drunk while they're playing golf. So I guess this kind of thing can happen.
You know what's funny is Doug, is a big golfer, obviously. And when we first started dating, I would pretend to be a golfer and go with him to the range and stuff. Now I don't think I've golfed with him in years. But
Now you're just a gopher.
yeah,
Pretty much.
And so we would be at the golf. Well, this is before kids too, so we had time. But we'd be at the golf range, and those guys who hit golf balls, and they're just at the range practicing, and they get so mad, and they're like, "Darn it, damn it, expletive, and
it's
just
like
flipping out."
like Spalding and Caddyshack.
Yes, just flipping out. And Doug's like,
farts, double farts. He's trying to hit the ball and he's just taking up chunks of grass.
And for some reason, that really annoys Doug. And he'll just say to these people, "Is everything okay? What's going on? And I'm like, stop doing that. Someone's going to bash you in the head with a club if you antagonize them like that."
Next moron in the news, Arizona. And you hear about these stories from time to time. Guy out in Tempe, Arizona has been arrested. Body found in the freezer in his backyard. I don't know if he had like an outdoor chest freezer or something underneath like an awning, but Tempe, Arizona guy arrested. Police found a human body inside a backyard freezer this week. Tempe police say detectives were tipped off on Tuesday about a body in the backyard of 51-year-old Joseph Hill Jr.'s home. Well, guess what? Apparently it was Senior.
That's what his old man was there?
Social Security racket.
He was collecting the checks.
Yeah.
Wow.
Officers made contact with Hill at the home later in the day, refused to allow officers to look inside the freezer. But he mentioned that his father had passed away 4 years ago. That's a megaphone time. Hang on a minute. 4 years ago.
I want you to know I hate when you
Four
use that.
score. All right, so here's the deal. He was collecting the Social Security checks. Didn't want to give up Dad's Social Security money.
Yeah, $2,000 a month or whatever he's getting, sure.
He kept Dad in the freezer in the backyard, and then somebody tipped off the cops. So somebody knew that Dad was on ice.
Wow.
How do you just let that slip? That seems like a pretty big secret.
Yeah, it does.
So detectives got a probable cause warrant to search the house. Authorities uncovered the remains of a body. Hill was arrested, concealment of a body, a felony charge, failure to report a death, which is also another charge. People who live in the neighborhood tell Arizona Family Channel 3 that Hill's house caught fire last year. The house is currently under construction, and crews were going in and out after during this time period. Somebody must have seen it because they tipped off the cops. Maybe a construction worker. So this guy's life is a mess. Dad's frozen in the freezer in the backyard. The house caught on fire, and they're rebuilding portions of the house. Man, I bet you one of the construction workers lifted the lid, and then there's Daddy inside.
Ooh, he's got an outdoor fridge or a backyard fridge. Probably got some beers in there or something.
Let me go ahead and cool down these Gatorades. Yeah.
And there's Dad just looking at him.
Yeah.
You can imagine you open up the freezer and there's a body inside, like Carbone and Goodfellas. Yeah.
These never seem to end well.
No, they don't. And, when you hear about these every once in a while about keeping the body around in order to collect the Social Security checks. All right, 6:52 at the MJ Morning Show. Early morons in the news. I still have more. Maybe I'll sprinkle them in during the course of the show. The 7 o'clock hour starts next, including 1 hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. So that's on the way in just a bit. Hey, I got a couple of letters in the mail yesterday. I want to share a couple of things that I got in the mail from listeners. So we'll get to that coming up. It's MJ mailbag, and it involves money. Money. I mean, big money was sent So, hey, I'll explain coming up next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105.
A moron's paradise. Been spending most their lives living in a moron's paradise.
You know what? I've got a couple of additional morons. Here at 7:01 on the MJ Morning Show, I just have morons that are just too good to leave on the table, Fester. So before I move on, welcome everybody, folks that just joined us, MJ Morning Show. You know you missed a whole previous hour. Figure out how you can listen to us from the very beginning. You know, some of the loosiest, goosiest, most entertaining crap happens right when we open up the show at 6 o'clock. I mean, sometimes it's just, it's vile. No, I'm kidding. So, you guys with me or what?
Yeah.
Just check.
I was just reviewing in my head what was vile that we went through.
No, nothing. I'm kidding around. No, but those that like listen at a certain time, like people that start listening right at 7 o'clock, you missed a whole previous hour. And the other thing is that, of course, we're podcast every day. We're also live on video. You can watch MJ TV. We've got cameras in the studio. We've got MJ TV every morning. If you go to mjmorningshow.com, very top, you'll see on the nav bar, you'll see MJ TV. Click on that, and you can watch us live from 6 to 10 a.m. Or you can go back and you can watch any previous show on video. And then, of course, audio-wise, we're podcast every morning by about 11 a.m.
Yeah.
The entire show has been kind of truncated and, commercials removed. I think they run some commercials in the streaming. But, it's a compact show. The entire show. And we're on all the major podcast platforms. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Spotify. We're on all the majors, and also on the Q105 website and the MJMorningshow.com website. You can listen to our streams as well. So there are just multiple ways to listen to this program. All right. I'm trying to figure out, does this qualify as morons in the news?
All right.
A Florida guy up in Ocala tried to kill his wife twice. Did you see this story?
Yeah, I did. But the amazing thing is his age.
Yeah, he's 93 years old.
He's not giving up.
What the heck?
He's like, I'm going to kill that woman before I die if it's one way or another.
Well, this is an HBO Florida man. What's the name of that show that you were telling me about?
It's Florida
Man. It's Florida Man, this new HBO series. 93-year-old guy accused of attempting to murder his wife 2 times in a month. Helmut Lochner.
His name is Helmut?
Helmut, 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 German name.
Okay.
Like Helmut Kohl, remember the German chancellor?
You don't meet too many helmets anymore.
No, you don't. It's kind of a name that's kind of gone, by the wayside.
Yeah.
For the best.
Yeah. Helmut Lochner and his wife had been married for 60 years. According to the Marion County Sheriff's Office, Lochner told deputies that he repeatedly mentioned that he was in pain and he wanted to die. And then he tried to smother his wife with a pillow, stating that he did not want to leave her alone. So wait a minute. You want to check yourself out and you want to take your wife with you because you don't want your wife to be alone. I'm just curious. Did they have a conversation? Is the wife on board with this?
She's got to be very elderly, right? He's 93.
My God. Well,
she's got to be, 90,
no,
92?
hold on a minute. Hold on. One attempt was trying to smother her with a pillow. And that's like movie stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, who really gets suffocated with a pillow? I mean, come on. That's like CSI or Law and Order or movie stuff. Come on.
But it does happen, right? But I think the smotherer has to be significantly bigger and stronger.
I mean,
I tell you
somebody's,
what,
you're going to wake the person up. They're going to be fighting. You don't grab their arms.
I'm going to give Roxanne a research assignment.
Okay.
Why don't you, after the show, hit the stacks? All right. I want you to research this. Go to some law library. Find me a story where somebody was really killed by being smothered with a pillow. All right. Find that story for me.
I'm just Googling how many people are smothered by pillows to death in the U.S. each year. Let's see what it
Not
tells me.
accidentally, like aggressively.
Well,
like murdered by.
Yeah.
And this takes an even darker.
Why do people die by pillow with accidentally?
I just want to sharpen the search.
This takes an even stranger turn. So the 93-year-old Helmut tries to smother wifey with a pillow. That was attempt number 1. And then 2 weeks later, he got up from his chair in the living room, walked behind her, and tried to strangle her with rope. What the hell?
And
this is right up in Ocala.
And this didn't work? I mean, he failed on both attempts, thankfully, I guess?
Yes. Yeah. So according to the arrest report, the incident left her with bruises and abrasions on the neck, but still alive. Yeah. Lochner's wife escaped the home, called 911, which seems to indicate that she's not in on the pillow and the rope deal. Would you agree with that? Do you concur?
Maybe she was in on it in theory until it's going down and you realize, okay, he's choking me.
Yeah. Lochner reportedly told deputies that he planned to kill his wife before taking his own life because he was dying and did not want her to be alone. You know what? That's like the wackos that when they die, they have in their will that they want to be buried with their dog, and there's nothing wrong with the dog, and the dog's got, plenty of time left, and then they have the dog euthanized so the dog can be buried with the owner? You've heard of those crazy stories, right?
Yeah.
The hell?
Guys, I am just at the tip of the pillow smothering iceberg.
Oh, I bet you are.
Listen to this. They did this study of music festival goers. I don't get this. 181 music festival goers.
What the hell did music festival goers have to do with pillows?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
And smothering.
But they tried to kill a dummy, right? This is a big test that was done.
What?
A total of 181 visitors.
Where was a big test done?
I don't see the location yet, but were asked to smother a dummy with a pillow. Each participant provided their age, gender, dominant hand, weight, alcohol use, and drug use. And participants with high alcohol consumption were better at smothering, and those who were taller were better at smothering.
What are you reading from?
This isn't research of people who've actually
ScienceDirect.com.
died.
Yeah, these are dummies, but who's doing this study? This is fascinating.
Come on. That's like some AI-generated made-up crap where like AI is generating the most ridiculous pictures of things that don't even exist in our dimension or in our universe. All right, anyway. All right, 7:07 at the MJ Morning Show. I got a question for you. Elon Musk said recently that aliens could be wandering around Earth right now.
Dude, there's a lot of people that believe that.
Yeah, he was asked, and he says he's often asked, if aliens are among us, and his answer is always, I haven't seen any. He said that he hadn't witnessed any aliens, but he says it's very possible they're just very subtle. Yeah, it's not like they're not green with little take me to your leader antennas on top of their head and all that crap. Or,
they've shapeshift into human-looking aliens.
Or those wacko aliens in the, what was that, the attack, Mars Attacks, right?
Mars Attacks.
Yeah.
Right, Mars Attacks.
That crazy freaking movie.
So how do we tell the difference between a human and an alien if they're well disguised?
That's just you saying they shapeshift. Well, what if our eyes aren't capable of seeing their species?
There's a good one.
They're from another planet.
Is that singular? That's a species?
Just one.
Just one? Not a species? Just a species? All right. I want to go to phones on this. Just quick question. Little early phone segment. 7:09 at the MJ Morning Show. Got about 5 minutes here. Do you think aliens are walking among us? What are your thoughts? You want to give me some further insight?
You're going to give this just 5 minutes? Oh, man, you're opening a can of worms.
Hey, it might be a little longer. We'll see how it goes.
My God.
Well, maybe I'll go a little long in this segment.
We'll see.
All right. Do you believe that there are aliens walking among us? Do you think there's life from a different planet, a different galaxy, a different solar system? Do you think there's other life from somewhere in the universe which we can't even comprehend how large it is? I mean, it's incomprehensible. This is a very easy question. And if you want to expand or you have any firsthand knowledge, or if you are an alien, please call 800-990-1047. Do you think that aliens are among us? Do you think they're walking around right now? Do you think they've assumed human form? Maybe they're maybe they've assumed a different form. Maybe we can't even see them.
Yeah.
All right. If they're that advanced that they got here. Hey, there are people that believe that octopi. My wife, Michelle. Michelle is, she's got, her head is on pretty damn straight. But Michelle, I think she's being serious. She thinks that octopuses are alien life form that somehow ended up on the Earth.
Are not of our planet?
Follow-up question, does she eat octopus?
She does not. Michelle doesn't like seafood.
Okay.
Yeah. The only seafood that she'll eat is sometimes if we're in Hawaii, she will have ono, which is a very mild Hawaiian, white fish. So she will eat. Every once in a while, she'll take a taste of like a piece of grouper, like a fresh red or black grouper.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at the phones. Phones are all jammed up here.
They are. Just a little sidebar. My octopus teacher. Have you seen that movie?
I have.
Okay. Well, some people stopped eating octopus after they saw.
Oh, I know. Absolutely. Yeah, I love octopus, or in Japanese, taco. T-A-K-O, taco. Great. I love octopus, fresh octopus. I like the steamed octopus or the boiled octopus, but also fresh raw octopus.
So if you had a taco, it'd be an octopus taco.
That's good.
All right.
Yeah.
7:11 the MJ Morning Show. Let's go to phones here quickly. Phones are jammed. Do you think aliens are walking among us right now? 800-990-1047. 800-990-1047. We'll start with Jeff in Lakeland. Jeff, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
Hey, absolutely not. No way. There's no aliens. There's some that could qualify as aliens, but they were born here.
Gotcha. All right. That's a no from Jeff. Evan is in Orlando. Yes or no, aliens among us?
I absolutely believe they do. And the reason why, when you think about how many experienced military pilots have had encounters with flying objects.
Right, like the Tic Tac video from San Diego 12 years ago, 15 years ago, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, there was some even recently. Every year there's more reports, and you got to think about just this one thing here. pilots are not like average people. They go through psychological testing, medical testing continually. They have a lot of training.
Yeah, listen, Evan, I got you loud and clear. I just believe that I believe that a lot of the aircraft or alien craft sightings, I believe that there's a logical explanation for everything.
Like it's really extreme technology that we just haven't developed yet. Maybe another country has, or maybe it's our own that
No, I don't
that
think
person doesn't know about.
I don't think it's. I think it's more likely it's us testing crap,
A test,
you know,
right.
versus
Other countries.
Other countries, yeah.
Here's one last thing to think about.
Yep.
You look how big the universe is. Why is it so hard to believe that there is not other intelligent life in this universe?
Oh, listen, I totally believe that. I'm on board. There has to be. The sheer numbers of the number of solar systems that are out there, the billions and billions of stars and planets. Yeah, I agree. There has to be other life out there. The question is, do they have the technology to get here? You know,
well, and it's not hard to believe that there are intelligent beings that are more intelligent than us.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There are probably more primitive life forms out there, and I'm sure that there are life forms that are far more advanced than we are. Hey, Evan, great call, buddy. Thank you.
All right.
Let me grab Josephine in Tampa. Josephine, do you think that the aliens are walking among us right now on planet Earth?
Well, thinking about Elon Musk being so smart and being in that field, there's always a possibility because he's not shooting it down. So maybe he knows something we don't.
All right, so you think yes? You think they are walking among us?
Well, I've never been one of those alien type people.
I mean, yes or no? Do you think that aliens are among us right now on planet Earth? Yes or no?
Well, I believe they're out there.
But are they walking among us? Are they here on Earth? Yes or no?
I believe they've come and probably visited us. But
Have you been probed ever?
Say. I'm sorry?
I'm going to put you in the yes column. Hey, Josephine, thank you for calling.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Bye.
Josh is in Clearwater. A couple more. Josh, Clearwater, yes or no? Aliens among us?
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, but not as everyone's thinking. You know, there's highly intelligent life forms. That's a maybe. But I think have you guys ever heard of tardigrades, little water bears?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think those are actually what we would probably consider aliens.
All right.
Yeah, mostly just from their biology. Things that evolve here on Earth, they all kind of follow a certain plan. You know, we're all kind of tolerant to some degree or another to earthbound things, but tardigrades are not. And for those to have evolved the way they have been, they would have to have a much harsher environment.
Interesting.
And they could actually completely travel through space, no problem.
All right, Josh, thank you.
Tardigrades.
Hey, right
I've
now.
never heard of those.
Oh, yeah. Do a little research. Just check it out. Seriously, you'll consume hours of your time. All right, so right now, the aliens among us leading the no pack. Joey in Lakeland. Let me take. I'm going to take two more here because I don't want to get too late. Hey, Joey, you're up on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
So I'm going to have to go with a strong maybe.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
sit
a
on the
yes.
fence.
It's a yes. I don't think they exist in the way people are saying, like as if they'd walk among us.
Like a form that we'd recognize. You think that there's alien life out there potentially that's just in a form that we wouldn't even recognize?
No, it's one of two things.
Yep.
It's going to be that, or it's going to be in the form of a parallel kind of universe type thing. 'Cause the universe is so big that who's to say there's an exact copy?
Hey, do you think we're a simulation?
Simulation?
It seems like you believe that we're in a simulation as well.
No. If we were in a simulation, I think there's a good chance of that, but I don't think it's. I think we would somehow find a way to figure that out.
All right, Joey, thanks for the call. All right, last call. Let's go to Josh in Bradenton. All right, last call on this. Do you think aliens are walking among us?
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, I think yes. And the reason I think so is I know you guys are all familiar with Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I went to a talk by him where he talked about scale. And the interesting thing that made me believe it is because he talked about the different.
Oh my God, the aliens.
Oh, they took over.
He talked
They're
about.
like, no. Don't tell them. Don't
Josh,
tell
you there? What the bleep?
Abducted.
My God, the aliens just cut off his transmission.
See- he's back.
Hold on, he's back. Aliens have freed up the frequency.
Josh, you
All right,
dropped out for like 30 seconds.
Good
Josh,
part.
you dropped out totally. All right, so what did Neil deGrasse Tyson say? Up, he's gone again. What is going on?
This is crazy. Okay, so it's funny that this is happening because I was going to say an alien could be like a wavelength, like just invisible to by our eyes, but maybe it's coming up behind Fester right now and whispering something in his ear, and he doesn't even realize. And it's or
What
you know,
the hell are you
intuitively-
saying?
I'm trying to have some, an open mind about what alien behavior would
who
be if we
knows?
can't see it, but it's among us.
Josh, are you back?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, Josh, you're weaving in and out. All right, I've got 20 seconds. What did Neil deGrasse Tyson say?
So the difference between us and other beings here on Earth is only a difference between a few percent as far as our brain intelligence. So who's to say that we're just not the beings to these other aliens that have passed over or are here that look at us as like an ant, right? Or look at us as like a caterpillar.
So like we're insignificant. Like we were. Maybe they've been here. We were insignificant. They got bored and they're gone.
Yeah, and could very well still be here, and we just, like she said, we wouldn't see them. Look at AI and what that's doing.
Yeah.
That's the blip of what we are capable of.
Thank you, buddy. All right, 7:19 at the MJ Morning Show. So, hey, more people think that they're here in varying degrees than not. Fester, you falling asleep over there?
No, I'm just listening.
Dude, your eyes are closed.
The alien's closing his eyes.
I'm listening with my eyes closed.
Oh, my God. All right,
I may take a nap during the commercial break.
Apparently so.
It's approved. Go nap.
You're taking a nap during content. All right, 7:19 at the MJ Morning Show. I find that fascinating, the whole alien
I
thing.
do too. Yeah. I really do.
When you really just think about the meaning of life and how do we get here, how do we evolve, you think about the vastness of space and the universe. It's just, it's like, you can't even comprehend it. All right, 7:20 at the MJ Morning Show. Running a little late here. We do start an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ next. And we got Halloween stuff. The Instacart story. Oh, Instacart. An Instacart shopper did something he weren't supposed to do. Ooh. All right, we have a lot of stuff next. Don't move. MJ Morning Show here on Q105. Hey, you can bank on Banco. first generation of the Sony Walkman. Remember that? You ever have the blue aluminum Sony Walkman? And it had that orange little push button on there.
Oh, yeah.
And man, that was just the coolest thing, listening to the stereo and just the amazing separation on that. God, I wish I still, where is it? Where's my original Walkman that my dad bought me? I wish I still, those things are worth a fortune.
Are they?
The first generation Sony Walkman. Oh, man, they're.
Okay, so what if we brought in cassette tapes? Do we have the capability here to?
Yeah, we have cassettes in some of the studios. There are still cassette machines. Absolutely.
Really? Okay.
And I'm going to tell you right now, before we move on. By the way, this starts an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. I'm telling you right now, the sound quality, the stereo separation of an old cassette tape on the original Sony Walkman from like 1980 or whatever, whenever the heck it was, sounds better than the streaming crap that we get on Spotify or all the compressed MP3s that we have. Hands down, the music quality, the sound is better. So like with compressed audio and MP3s, the reason how you can get 10,000 songs on your damn phone, if it was like full bandwidth, it wouldn't fit, you know. But with compression, it takes away the sound quality. So you lose. That's an example of us really kind of going backward. Yeah. Is the quality was
That's
much
weird.
like an album, like a regular record album. You know, dropping the needle on the record, put the needle on the record, put the needle is better quality than this compressed MP3 stuff that we have today. Anyway, enough tech talk.
You know what I want to do one time real quick, MJ, is I want us, if you have this available, I would love for you to find a cassette tape of yourself when you were a little kid. You must have taken recordings of yourself.
I
right?
probably have some stuff, yeah.
I have one of me when I went to camp, and I'm
Was
like
it
8
band
years
camp?
old. No, it wasn't band camp.
At one time at band camp.
But it was like I went away to sleepover camp, and I then came back and reported on it and talked about the Daisy Maze. But it's funny, it's 8-year-old Roxanne, so I want to hear like 10-year-old MJ and 8-year-old Fester, and we could like hear what we sounded like we were kids.
Fester would just be chomping and chewing noises.
If I told you what I did with a tape recorder when I was a kid, you'd be horrified.
Yeah, buddy.
All toots.
And burps.
All toots and burps. That's it.
Would you get out of here?
That's what, yeah, of course.
Stop it. Hey, Halloween's tomorrow. If you missed the opening of the show today, we were talking about the creepy, crazy Halloween movie, Halloween 3. Hey, go back to the YouTube. Is it still up there, or did you close it up?
I have it right here.
No, not that. That's something else. Go back to YouTube.
Okay.
And it's one more day till Halloween. Hey, kids, just one more day till Halloween. And there was a Halloween movie in the series, you know, Halloween 1, you know, Mike Myers, then Halloween 2, and then, of course, you know, Jamie Lee Curtis. That's where I think she got her start, right? In Halloween 1. Isn't that what really put her on the map?
Yeah.
So Halloween 3 just went off the rails, and it was like this completely off-script deal. It was nothing to do with Mike Myers. It was this crazed novelty company owner that had a campaign to have worms and snakes crawl out of kids' heads. And you bought the mask, and the mask had a little metal medallion, and they would tell people to gather around the TV for the Halloween special. And you had to put your special mask on. And the TV special, with all kinds of flashing lights, activated this metal medallion, and it made worms and snakes crawl out of kids' heads. I mean, really disturbing stuff. But what came out of that was this crazy little obnoxious commercial. It was like, 8 more days till Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. 8 more days till Halloween, Silver Shamrock. And Fester, you got number one? All right. This is the one more day. This is queued up. So, and today is one more day till Halloween.
One more day to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. One more day to Halloween, Silver Shamrock. One more day to Halloween, Halloween, Halloween. One more day to Halloween, Silver Shamrock.
Hey, kids.
Just one more day, only 24 hours. But that's plenty of time to pick out one of the big Halloween 3. Yes, 3 horrific masks to choose from.
Anyway, he's a little creepy, smarmy little voiceover. It's like, yeah, one more day to pick out your mask and wear it. And make sure you're watching the Halloween special. 9 o'clock tomorrow night.
One more day to Halloween.
So that was Halloween 3 just went off the freaking rails. All right, speaking of Halloween, a couple of Halloween items here. You know, we've talked about this in the past. I don't want 16-year-olds trick-or-treating at my house. You know, sometimes you get 16, 17, 18. What are you doing? What are you doing? You know, there are some cities that have ordinances, and there are some cities where the kids can be arrested if they're trick-or-treating at too old of an age.
Oh my God, this is a conversation we had last night. My daughter Hadley, she was playing on one of her devices, and she's like, Daddy, did you know some people think it's too old to be trick-or-treating at 13 and a half?
Right, so your daughter just turned 13.
Yeah, she turned 13 a couple of months ago,
See,
or this month.
I think 13 is okay.
She said 13 and a half was the cutoff age. And I looked at her.
Where'd she get a half
I
from?
don't know.
Yeah.
That's what she said. She brought it up. She goes, Daddy, 13 and a half. Some people think 13 and a half should be the cutoff.
Is she in the car right now?
So then that's a grade. That's,
yeah, they
that's
should
like
be.
Just
a hard
It's a hard grade.
date.
And yeah.
And,
So
yeah. And I looked at her, I go, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And she looks right at me and she's like, I don't care.
So that would be 8th graders would not be trick-or-treaters. Is that right?
I think once you get into high school, that might be the,
Now, I think in an ideal world, probably 12 should be the cutoff. 13.
Hello?
Allison, is Hadley there?
She sure is. Hold on one second.
All right.
Hello?
Hadley, are you listening to the show?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so you're 13 now. You turned 13 just, a couple of weeks ago, right?
Correct.
All right. Are you too old to trick-or-treat at 13, yes or no?
Yes. I saw a video yesterday where it said that 13 and a half is the cutoff age.
According to whom?
YouTube Shorts.
Okay, well,
that's a very, very reliable source.
That's I live my life by YouTube Shorts. All right, so Hadley, are you going to trick or treat tomorrow at 13 and a couple of weeks?
Most definitely. And I say, screw those predictions. I'm going trick-or-treating next year.
Oh, so wait, so you're going to be trick-or-treating at 14 is what you're saying?
Yes.
Well, just don't go to Chesapeake, Virginia, because they'll arrest your ass. Your butt, I'm sorry.
Hadley, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Yeah, good question.
A cat.
A cat?
Cat.
Like the Cash Kitty or something.
Oh, Hadley, you can be the Cash Kitty.
All right, Hadley, have fun trick-or-treating tomorrow. Have a great day at school, okay?
I will.
Are you going to say thank you, Mr. MJ?
Bye-bye.
I don't get a Mr. MJ?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's up, kid?
Bye, Hudson.
All right. I guess Hudson's getting out of the car.
All right. I don't know.
They're saying goodbye to Hudson.
All right. Say goodbye. Have a good day, Hud.
All right, so here's the deal.
But 13 and a half is she thinks that's now the cutoff age.
That's some YouTube video that she saw. No, but the latest I saw, you had a couple of New Jersey towns. They've set age restrictions. I mean, what suddenly in 2024? Oh, hey, we better set age restrictions. I remember growing up in Virginia Beach. I mean, years and years ago when I was a kid in Virginia Beach, there was some kind of city ordinance, and I think it was 13. I think 13 was the max. Let's see. Camden County, Pennsauken, New Jersey, has banned children over the age of 14. So does that include over the age of 14? So if you're 14 and one day, no.
Oh, 14 for the year. If you're 15.
Yeah,
All right.
15.
Then 15's no good. All right.
They don't break down the days on
All
these
right.
years. You're 14 for the whole year.
Yeah, so two New Jersey towns here. Oh, Upper Deerfield Township, New Jersey, has banned children older than the age of 12. So that's 13 plus.
Well, how
You're
is that
breaking the law?
breaking the
law.
How is that enforced? Like, ding dong, you better have your ID prepared
I
to
don't
show.
know.
I mean, like, what are they going to do to enforce that?
Carbon date? Yeah, I don't know.
How old are you, brats?
Yeah.
For instance, Chesapeake, Virginia. So Chesapeake is right next door to Virginia Beach, where I grew up a good chunk of my life. And in the early 70s, I'm telling you, Virginia Beach, I thought we had a law as well. Early 70s, Chesapeake, Virginia has had laws on the books since back then limiting trick-or-treating to preteen children. So preteen, that means 12.
Chesapeake, no ID, no candy. Show me your birth certificate, kid.
Exactly. So 13 would be illegal, 12 okay, 13 illegal, and that's been on the book since 1970. Listen to this.
Do they have nothing better to do in these towns?
Listen to this. Under Chesapeake, Virginia law, which is right in the Hampton Roads, Virginia Beach, Norfolk area, under Chesapeake law, those who violate the age restriction law are subject to jail time. What, they going to throw a 13-year-old in the slammer? Kids trick-or-treating in Greenbrier or, Great Bridge area, Chesapeake. And how old are you? 13. Yeah, you're going to jail. Cuff them and stuff them. Tase them. Taser, taser, taser. In 2019, the city council, though, updated the law from the age of 12 to 14. So now it was updated a few years ago. So now no one over the age of 14, I guess.
All right.
So, and what do we have here in the Tampa Bay area? Are there any law? I don't recall hearing anything in Clearwater or St. Pete or Tampa or Sarasota or where Dade City. I haven't Holiday, Newport Richie.
No.
Any local laws on restrictions for trick or treating?
Is this biased toward boys? You have like a 16-year-old boy knock on your door, trick or treat. Like, what the hell is this? What are you doing?
I heard a story. Where did I hear this? About a guy, an older guy who likes candy and uses his friend's son to go trick-or-treating with to get candy.
Oh, really?
That's creepy, isn't it? And brilliant.
Yeah, it's creepy brilliant.
It's brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
It's brilliant.
Brilliant.
All right, so Fester.
Yes.
Is there something you want to tell me about you were trying to suggest a Little Bird told me the story. Did something happen at your house where you were sort of pushing a Halloween costume on Hudson, your 8-year-old kid? How old's Hudson?
8.
Okay.
Nobody takes a joke anymore. That's the moral of this story.
I heard something happened at your house.
Dude.
What happened? Tell us the story.
All right. So admittedly for, everybody in the Bay Area, it's been a stressful month.
Yes.
We've kind of forgotten about Halloween costumes. I mean, my daughter was just on. She's going to be a cat. What's a cat? It's a black outfit with a tail and then a headband and a couple
Get some mascara and draw some whiskers or something.
The easiest of
some
costumes.
Eyeliner.
And Hadley's an easy kid. She's like, I'll be a cat, no problem. Okay, great, thanks. Hudson's different story. And we had no idea what he wanted to be, and he had a couple of suggestions, and he was getting a little touchy about it. And then yesterday, he picks up a pair of my sunglasses. And they're like the old aviator style, like the Joe Biden sunglasses, the aviator sunglasses.
Aviator sunglasses.
And he's walking around wearing them. He says, he's kind of thinking he's being funny. And I was like, I know what you can be for Halloween.
What?
He goes like, a cop. I was like, no, not a cop.
Oh, like a Reno 911 aviator cop sunglasses
he's like,
thing.
I look like a cop. I go, you don't look like a cop.
Right.
Knowing full well I don't have the rest of the cop uniform. Was he going to be undercover? And I was like, you can be the Unabomber. You can be the Unabomber sketch.
Oh, man.
And now, of course, the kids have no idea.
So you're pushing your 8-year-old kid to be Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber?
I had it all mapped out with a name badge that says, hi, my name is Ted.
All you need is the aviators and a
hoodie.
hoodie.
Yeah,
that's it. And subtle, you're the Unabomber.
I laid the whole thing out. I was like, Hudson will take the strap off the fanny pack and put a bomb on your waist.
Oh, what?
Put it like
You can have the kid walk around with a fake bomb?
Do you know how many Amazon boxes we have at the house? You put a couple of wires on it. You put
a couple of road flares.
A little name tag on it that says, hi, my name is Ted. Yeah. And you'll walk up to people's houses with the glasses on. And I thought this was hysterical. And the kids have no idea who the Unabomber is. So we're driving. My daughter's like, who's the Unabomber?
Fester's going to get arrested,
So
contributing to the delinquency.
Yeah.
I tell the kids the whole story.
A hoax bomb threat charge.
Ted Kaczynski at Supermax prison.
Meanwhile, I'm doing free pizza with Colony Grill at the state attorney's office later today. All right, keep going.
Then we go see Mommy and Grandma. And the kids are excited. Hey, we figured out our Halloween costumes. And Hadley's like, I'm going to be a cat. And they're like, that's great. And Hudson's like, I'm going to be the Unabomber. and my mother-in-law and my wife are giving me like this simultaneous face of disgust. And my mother-in-law's like, What did he say?
The Unabomber.
My wife leans over.
Dude, you know he killed people. He blew people's hands off.
That was their argument too.
Why don't you have a mailbox like in his like left arm under like he's carrying a football? Have a mailbox also.
I knew I should have called you. Oh, that's a great idea. But all it is a gray hoodie, aviator sunglasses, and maybe a pencil. It's the sketch. It's not actual Ted Kaczynski.
Yeah.
So once I showed the kids the sketch, it kind of became real. And Hudson's like, hey, you got a pencil on a mustache. You got these glasses are almost identical to the Unabomber.
Right.
And it would have been hysterical.
I remember when the sketch of the Unabomber came out. I remember everyone said it looked like that porno guy.
Ron Jeremy?
No. John Holmes.
John Holmes?
Yeah. Everyone said that wait a minute, that's John Holmes, the porno guy.
Pull up John Holmes. What does he look like?
I don't want to type his
I
name.
know. You didn't fall for it, Buster.
Looks like the Unabomber.
All things being equal.
You notice I didn't Google it. I said,
I remember when we were doing the MJ and BJ morning show years ago. I remember the phones blew up and said, "Yeah, that's the porno guy, John Holmes."
So
tell me you watch porn without telling me you watch porn.
They're giving me this awful.
Seriously, our phones were flooded.
I bet.
I remember this explicitly.
I would need a full body sketch before I can make that assessment. But they'll give me this look, and I'm like, guys, it's a joke. You guys, it's funny, and they're not laughing at all. And then my wife goes, I'm just disappointed in you.
All right.
Disappointed.
Yeah, the old I'm disappointed.
I'm disappointed.
So the question is your son going as the Unabomber for Halloween tomorrow? Yes or no?
I have been taken out of the equation.
Okay.
I am no longer a key decision maker in this thing. I've been eliminated. But
hang on, phones are ringing.
There's nothing wrong with a Ted Kaczynski costume.
yes, there is. Let me grab Melody in Clearwater. Hi, Melody. You're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, so the question about how old is too old for trick-or-treating, I have a cousin whose kid is autistic, and he's 17, and she takes him trick-or-treating, and I used to feel weird about older kids, but some kids literally have no joy in their life, and their lives are so horrible. I don't care if you're 13 or if you're 17. If you're dressed up and you come to my door, you're getting candy.
You know, I'm glad you're sharing this perspective because I did get a couple of my friends text me and say, you know, if a kid wants to extend their childhood, what's wrong with that?
Absolutely.
Well, listen,
some kids just live a terrible
if
life.
you have somebody with special needs, I can see from a developmental standpoint that I would absolutely make an exception. But I don't think that regular 17-year-olds that I don't think they should be trick-or-treating. That's just a little too old. Melody, thanks for the... Hey, what do you think about Fester's 8-year-old going as the Unabomber?
I think it's freaking hilarious.
Thank you, See, Melody's all about fun. She's trick-or-treat as long as you want and dresses the Unabomber.
And it's so timely.
I want to go.
It's so timely and relevant right now. All right. Hey, Melody, thanks for the call. Joe in Apollo Beach. Joe, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Yes.
So I am wondering, what is the deal with this? So 14, it's legal, but 21, it's legal to go trick-or-treating. Everywhere I've been, houses have signature shots, signature drinks, and you go around with your kids, and then you get a drink from the adults at the house.
Yeah, the adults get the alcohol and the kids get the candy.
Yeah, it's not every house, but the families that are really, really into it usually have a table for the adults.
And
You're right.
Guess what? We have tons of stories that pop up around Halloween these days that the kids accidentally get like THC infused gummies, or somebody's edibles ended up in the kids' Halloween bucket. So you got to be careful of that. Thank you, Joe. Have a great day. Man, phones are. I didn't even give out the phone number. The phones are all ringing off the hook here. I'll grab Robert in Tampa. All right. Hey, Andrew, I got to move on. I got to do my Instacart story. Hey, Robert, you're on the MJ Morning Show in Tampa. Hello.
Hello, how's it going? Yeah, when we were little, we would go at 16, 17 years old and all dress up, all our kids. We had a big family, and we'd all go out in this group. Yeah. Real quick, one year I dressed up as an old man and I got my grandma's wheelchair, and the people who would give out money, I always got more money because I was in the wheelchair.
Oh
my God.
Oh, it was like a sympathy deal. All right.
Yeah, but I
thank
just
you.
went as an old man.
Thanks,
All right.
Robert. All right.
Ironically, that's the costume idea they're now leaning toward for Hudson.
What, old
An
man?
old man.
Oh,
Put him in
Oh.
like a flannel shirt and suspenders and the glasses.
What, like the
walker.
old Six Flags guy?
Yeah. Yeah.
The kids love to dress up as old people.
I know.
Yeah, he can bring a boombox and just blast this. Remember the old guy came out of that bus and they played this music. You know, it was like a young person in the old man getup, you know, doing the whole Six Flags commercial dance. Yeah, nothing like the Venga Boys. All right, so the Instacart story. I guess, listen, I've never ordered from Instacart. You know, listen, I'm not going to tell people what to do. Tons of people use Instacart. You've got tons of people that use DoorDash and Uber Eats. We don't. If I want to go out and get food, you know what? I can get off my butt and get in the car and go pick up some food a mile and a half or 2 miles down the road.
Okay.
I mean, I am not that much. I'm not a shut-in. I can get out of the house. I can do my own food shopping at the grocery store.
It's about being a shut-in. It's not about being hermits are not the only person using Instacart.
All right.
Okay.
So I don't.
I see your preference though. Doug will be like, "All right, let's just Uber Eats," and I'm like, "No, let's just run out and grab it. Everybody jump in the car and let's talk in the car." And
it's
whatever.
not even in my wheelhouse.
Right.
It's not even in my vocabulary. I don't default or even think about using Instacart to do my food shopping or DoorDash or Uber Eats to have food delivered. Just not. But listen to this Instacart story. And I don't know much about it, but I guess Instacart drivers are told never leave the actual store receipt in the order. I mean, I'm not aware of this. Maybe folks can, help me. Maybe there are Instacart drivers that can confirm this. The reason why I'm bringing this up is this was a social media post, and this person says, "I feel ripped off." Instacart shopper paid $179 for the order and apparently left that receipt in the bag or bags. And then the charge was much more than that. And listen, I realize that there's an added fee, but it was pretty dramatic. This in a video that appeared online, and I saw this because it popped up in my feed. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of stuff just pops up when I'll scroll a little bit, and I try to limit that to like 10 minutes a day, and that's it. Or else you'll get into that doom scroll deal, and hours will go by, and you're like, oh my God, where'd the time go? All right, so this woman explains that she purchased a delivery order that totaled to $179. All was fine with the groceries she received, but then she discovered the receipt for the purchase. Actually, I'm sorry, I had the numbers backwards. So the order totaled $179, and then she saw that the actual receipt was $119.
That's a big fee.
That's what I'm saying. That's a big fee. So I'm just not familiar enough with Instacart, but that's the number. She was charged $179, the customer, $179 for using Instacart, and then the Instacart delivery person left the receipt in the bag, and it turned out it was just $119. If you would have gotten off your butt and gone to the supermarket and picked your own crap off the shelves and went to self-checkout or a manned checkout lane, you would have been at $119 instead of $179. That's the point.
Is that a $60 difference? That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that is a lot of money.
Exactly, $60. Is that worth it? That's the question. And that's why I posed the question in my little teaser yesterday that a person orders through Instacart, they're charged, and they discover the receipt in the bag, and holy moly, $60. And then wait a minute, are you then you expected to tip on top of that?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it seems like these Instacart and these shoppers, the pricing has gone up because I did a little bit of Shipped when it first came out.
Did you ship your pants? Hey, Fester, guess what? I shipped my pants.
I mean, if you went to Roxanne's place, there was
I just shipped my pants.
Roxanne had shipped everywhere.
Yes.
All over her house.
Well, I'm saying ship, folks. S-H-I-P, okay? Don't complain to the FCC.
Well, the service is S-H-I-P-T.
Shipped. Yeah, shipped. But remember the Kmart commercial?
Yes. The Kmart commercial from 2004.
Yeah,
about
I think it was a little later than that.
shipping your pants.
Yeah, I shipped my pants.
I shipped my bed.
Yeah, that's right. I just shipped my bed.
It seemed like it was cheaper to shipped back then.
Yeah.
Ship your pants, ship whatever.
The price of shipping.
Yeah.
You know, let's say you got a 12 by 8 by 5 box. You know, shipping UPS and FedEx, the prices are like double what they were just like 5-7 years ago. The price of shipping has gone through the roof. Anyway, so I just thought this was, do we have phones on this? I see all the phones are ringing.
About people who...
Yeah, all right, yeah, Andrew's saying, yeah. All right, if you want to weigh in on this before I move on, 800-990-1047. If you're an Instacart driver, is that true? You're told do not leave the receipt in the bag for the shopping you've done for the customer. And is that true? Do you agree that here's a scenario? $119 was the actual cost, and the Instacart bill before tip was $179. $60. Get off your butt and go to Winn-Dixie or Publix yourself. Go to Aldi or Trader Joe's yourself.
It's not about that. It's about the value of your time.
Listen, my time is valuable, but I don't need to pay $60 for someone to get some wheat thins off the freaking shelf for me, okay? All right.
I'm with you.
All right. 800-990-1047. 800, I don't know, wheat thins is just funny. I don't know why. All right. 800-990-1047. Let me grab Justin in Naples. Justin, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Hi.
Good morning, guys. So a couple things. One,
Is this Justin Chase by any chance from Naples? All right, go ahead, Justin.
What's that? Yeah, no, I'm actually on my way to Fort Lauderdale.
All right.
I like to shop myself because I like to choose my meat, my vegetables.
Yep.
But my wife Instacarts all the time, and what I find is that she saves a ton of money because she does an impulse buy.
That's true.
But what about the markup? And listen, I agree with you. I don't want anyone picking up my produce and meat. I want to be. I want
touch it.
I want to find the marbling that I want right on the. You know, I don't eat a lot of red. I mean, I love a steak, but I probably do red meat once, maybe twice a month. And I'm a steak. I love steak. I just kind of limit red meat. But you know, vegetables and produce. You know, picking out the right lettuce, picking out the right bok choy. You know, I don't want to leave that into someone else's hands. Justin, thanks for the call. That's a good point. Kelly in Dunedin. Hello, Kelly. MJ Morning Show. You're up.
Hey, so I wanted to comment about the upcharge. That's not exactly how it works, and I don't believe her story, and I'll tell you why.
Okay.
If you order, let's say you order $100 worth of groceries, they put a hold on your card for at least $50 more because you don't know how much things are going to weigh, and you know, you can say your bill is $119 or whatever. They put that charge on there, but it will fall off. If she would actually look in her bank account, it would not be the $179. I can guarantee you.
Well, she's saying that I see what you're saying, but this seems to her story is that was the final number. But listen, I have no way of knowing that. But you say you're doubting that.
No, because I order from Instacart a lot. If I'm on my way home and I don't have time to stop at the store, by the time I get home, my groceries are there waiting on me, and they will upcharge because.
How's that ice cream doing on your front porch? Is that doing all right?
Like soup.
Well, there's somebody there to get it. But
Okay, all right.
what I'm saying is you don't know how much your meat is going to cost because it's by pound. You don't know how much
I know how much my meat's going to cost. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But anyway, so they put that upcharge on there, and they put a temporary hold on your card, just like when you go to a gas station.
Yeah.
They'll put that dollar charge on there and hold it, and then your final bill comes through.
Or like when you rent a car. You rent a car from one of the big agencies.
Right.
Yeah, they put like a
Right.
certain
So-
charge on there, and then, yeah. All right, listen, I got you loud and clear. Kelly, good point. I appreciate it. That's why we're taking calls. Hey, Andrew, 2 more, and I got to move on. Let me grab Bridget in Trinity. Bridget, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, the one and only time that we ever did Instacart during COVID to deliver groceries, we ordered from Sam's Club. It was $350, in which they did put a hold on the $350 of the items that we ordered.
Mm-hmm.
When they actually rang up the total and my husband looked at his bank account, it was over $750 that they charged. Come to find out, the Instacart driver, instead of grabbing the 6 steaks that we need, did 12 steaks and kept the rest.
Oh, man.
Did
You know what that's called? That's called Insta-fraud.
Yeah, did multiple items.
Insta-pilfer.
costing what we wanted, roast everything,
Wow.
duplicated it, and kept half of the order.
Yeah, okay, you're
And we had to
you're a
fight with
victim of a crime.
Instagram.
It's not exactly
Yeah,
the
we had
same
to fight
thing as
with
a
Instagram,
surcharge.
And they returned it after 7 days, and my
Yeah.
husband was like, normal people can't, do $700 a week, in groceries. If you guys did this to anybody else, that's insane.
Be glad that he even caught it. I mean, how many things you just use a credit card for or a debit card for? You don't check it till the end of the month
Yeah.
statement.
Oh, yeah.
Or I mean,
Right.
I carry a debit card. I don't go to my account every transaction and make sure it's
Exactly.
to the penny.
Yeah, exactly. So I will never use Instacart again. Don't trust it.
Wow, thank you for the call. Appreciate it. One more on this. Let me grab Charles in Tampa. Charles, you're on the MJ Morning Show. Welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys.
Hey.
So I've done DoorDash shop and pays and Uber shop and pays, and they do take advantage of every available discount, having a larger account with the store,
Right.
and then every tax write-off you can think of as well. Then you're going to see different prices a little hiked up compared to what you could go and shop for yourself. That's just the truth on that.
All right, Charles, thank you very much. All right, moving along. Attention, Susie Lopez. Attention, Hillsborough County State Attorney Susie Lopez. I am coming with pizza later today with the Colony Grill pizza truck. I'm looking forward to this. What? Fester hates when I use the megaphone. Fester, I put the megaphone down.
Now people are driving in their car. You're scaring the crap out of them, man.
I'm just using the megaphone.
All right.
No, listen.
So you're serving pizzas
Yeah,
today.
yeah. So you got about 300 employees at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. And, Chloe works there. Chloe had an internship early in the summer. And then unbeknownst to me and Michelle, she applied for a job and got a job. So she works there full time, and she'll be there for a little over a year. Of course, Chloe's applying to law school right now for next fall. And I just thought it'd be a nice thing, to provide pizza. So I got together with Paul, one of the owners of Colony Grill, out of Stamford, Connecticut. That the Colony Grill is famous for their Stamford, Connecticut thin, crispy bar pie since like the 1930s. And we've got two locations. We got one Midtown Tampa and one in downtown St. Pete. And they've got this state-of-the-art brand new pizza truck with like the same ovens and everything. And they can make perfect, like you're at the restaurant with their mobile food truck. And they're able to feed everyone. So I arranged as like a little MJ gives back to the to the state attorney's office, and all of the prosecutions that they do to keep our community safe. So hey, the Colony Grill was nice enough to team up with me, and we're providing free pizza lunch. And I'm going to be there. Hey, Michelle and I, we're both going to be there helping to serve pizza today. From 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. downtown Tampa at the state attorney's office. Now, folks, it's not open to the public. I want to
tell you about a great thing I'm going to be at that you're not invited.
Well, no, you can come by and say hi.
But I'm giving food to other people.
But the deal
This
is
so
listen,
weird.
it's just nice to give something to the people that serve our county,
Yeah,
serve
it is.
Hillsborough County,
So nice.
and that's what I'm hoping to do here. With the Colony Grill. So I'm 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. In downtown Tampa, but you got to have a state attorney ID or a badge to get the free pizza today. And I guess a couple of hundred employees have already signed up, so it should be a huge success. But Michelle and I, we're going to be there from 11 to 2 p.m. today at the state attorney's office in downtown Tampa, handing out Colony Grill pizza right out of the ovens, right out of the ovens on the truck.
Tell you who I feel bad for. Chloe.
Who do you feel bad for, Chloe, Fester?
I feel bad for your daughter, Chloe. One,
Why?
because you use that megaphone much too much.
Okay.
Two, this reminds me of
Dude, the battery's been dead for 3 months in this thing.
This
I just put new batteries in this morning.
This reminds me of my friend John in high school, whose mother worked in the cafeteria.
Uh-huh.
And she would feed lunch to everybody. it's like all the coworkers.
Yeah.
You essentially are going to work in the cafeteria today.
Well, you know what I
So they-
think of it as? I just read this story about Gen Z going on job interviews, and it was some crazy number, like 25% of them bring their parents to the job interview, or their parents drive them there, and then some of those even sit in the room with them. So that's kind of what it's giving me vibes of. Is here's Chloe at work, and here are her parents handing out pizza.
I heard, and you know what? We'll make an exception. I heard that the chief of police, Tampa PD, Lee Burkhaw, is going to show up for pizza.
All right.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And then also, I believe that Chad Chronister has been invited as well.
This is a who's who of law
Hillsborough
enforcement.
County Sheriff.
Can't do that.
What?
Can't give-
Are you saying the Chief Burkhaw should be disqualified because he doesn't work at the state attorney's office?
Chief. I mean, they're not for sale. Tough luck, Chief.
So he's going to show up.
Yeah,
anyway,
Chief.
I'm looking forward to this. Providing pizza.
It's gonna be a who's who.
To Susie Lopez, the Hillsborough County State Attorney, and her entire staff of 300 people. Free pizza today from the Colony Grill and the MJ Morning Show. All right, 8:04. I'm confounded by something, and I saw this recently. In fact, I was with Michelle and Chloe. What are you wheeze laughing at?
That was a wheeze
Yeah,
laugh.
Fester's a wheeze laugher.
I just thought of something about
What?
your lunch today, and
What?
I don't think I should say it.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Okay.
Guess what? If Fester's putting a filter on himself that he shouldn't say something, I'm going to go with, don't say it.
Yeah, if you have to look up into the sky to the left side, that means keep it to yourself.
I just want to let my laugh pass.
Yeah.
Let me laugh one more time at myself.
Go ahead.
And that'll be all
right. It is. It's a weasel. It's like Muttley from the Wacky
That
Racer.
hurts. That hurts when
I'm
you
not going to
wheeze
say it.
Come on, give me one good wheeze laugh.
That can't feel good. I just tried it. It hurts your chest.
It doesn't feel bad.
I can't do that.
Yeah, it's.
I can't wheeze laugh.
All right. Okay. All right. So what if Andrew Warren shows up like in a mask? Does he get a pizza? That's what I wanted to say. What if he's coming? He's just in downtown. Oh, with his little fake mustache on. Hi, everybody. Would you like some pizza, please?
All right. So
Thanks for sharing.
I saw something that confounds me.
All right.
What is it?
I don't get this. And then I saw a little write-up. It was like one of just the internet aggregation sites, and it was a Walmart employee that's calling customers out. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've seen this. I'm like, what are you thinking? The people that go to Walmart, Target, Home Depot, Lowe's, wherever, and you buy something so big, there's no way in hell it's going to fit in your vehicle.
Oh.
Why? Have you seen this?
Dude, we saw a guy put an 85-inch TV from Sam's Club.
Same deal at Walmart. I'm watching this guy trying to get a 75-inch TV into like a little Honda hatchback. It's like, dude.
They went to the Home Depot next door. This is the Sam's Club in Carrollwood.
Yeah.
They bought the 85-inch TV, balanced it on the roof of the car, and then went to the Home Depot to get like that free floss.
Oh, the rope?
Yeah.
Twine?
The twine, and they
like pastry box string.
Essentially, that's what it is, and it's supposed to hold like all this lumber and stuff. And they wrap the car up in the rope, and I'm like, what the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, people that go to stores, they buy ridiculous items, they wheel it out to the parking lot. Do you have no spatial relations? Do you not know that this massive TV box is not going to fit in your subcompact? What? We pull into wall. This is some time ago, but this jarred my memory. This is like maybe a month or two ago, and there's this guy in like a little hatchback. It might be like a Honda CR. Was like the little Honda, not the SUV, like
CRX,
a little Honda car
Yeah.
with the hatchback. And this guy's got like a huge Samsung or Vizio, some big, maybe it's a Sony. Guy's got a big TV box, and we're pulling into Walmart, and this is the one at this is the Third World Walmart at 275 in Dale Mabry, and we're pulling into the lot, and we see the dude, and he's kind of like standing there. He's got the big box. It's like on a wheel out deal in the Walmart parking lot, and we're like, what is this guy? He's not getting that TV into that car. What is this guy thinking? So that we finish doing our shopping, we come out, and the guy's still there contemplating how he's going to get the TV. Who goes to Walmart, Target, wherever, and buys a ridiculously large item? At what point did you not think to yourself, do I have a vehicle that will accommodate this gigantic box? I mean, are people that unaware? I mean, wow. I mean, I was going to say unaware of their surroundings. Well, I got another story about our travel last weekend. You want to talk about people unaware of their surroundings, or they just don't give a flying, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
So this Walmart employee started this little thread, and I saw this on social while I was doing my prep, and it's like, I was mad confused. Walmart worker says shopper came in to buy a TV, then tried to take it home, and the same deal. Wouldn't even remotely. I mean, an imbecile would realize that there's no way that's going to fit in their vehicle. What is below imbecile? Is moron above or below imbecile?
I think moron's above imbecile. Imbecile's
I don't know.
pretty
Based
good.
on the morons in the news.
Well,
I don't
you know that those were once medical terms.
Yes, the
So- no-
person's an imbecile.
So seriously,
My diagnosis is imbecile.
I'm not. Those were actual medical terms to diagnose people.
Yeah, the same doctors that thought smoking was good for you.
Yeah. So
Imbecile.
listen to this. The Walmart employee said this. I said this once. IMMA. Gonna say it again. Why do these people be buying stuff they can't find a way to take it to their house? Oh, man. Oh, and speaking of lack of awareness, oh, my God. We're at the Philadelphia airport on Sunday, and we flew Frontier. Frontier was fine. I'm flying Spirit this weekend. It's my dad's 82nd birthday. Actually, today's my dad's birthday, day before Halloween. So I got to call my dad today, wish him a happy birthday. And then Michelle and I and we're going to fly in to Fort Lauderdale and just do a quick little dinner, then come right back. We're going to have birthday dinner with my dad this week, and we're flying Spirit. I got like $37.99 tickets. I mean, what? I mean, I can't even start my car for $37.99. I mean, so Fort Lauderdale, seriously. From Tampa to Fort Lauderdale, I bought these tickets like 2 months ago. It's like $38.99 or something. I mean, and then we don't need like all the options. I don't need to have a checked bag. I mean, I'm going to be there for 24 hours.
Yeah, good thing because you're not going to get one.
So I'm just pointing. So people that think I'm all bougie, and some people, okay, you know what? People complain about the most ridiculous crap. I mean, listen, we hang it all out there. I put my life, on the air. I talk about a lot of things, and somebody emailed me, and they were ripping Michelle because Michelle joked a couple of weeks ago about, if we do fly a long trip and we fly business, and keep in mind that a lot of times I'm using mileage, or Michelle is a wizard at finding incredible fares.
For the record, Michelle is perfect. You can't. No, I'm not being facetious. No. She's lovely. I can't. For a listener to call and complain about that woman, I highly disagree.
Listen,
her husband, on the other hand.
Oh yeah.
All right. I'll tell you right now. Michelle's great and all, but she ain't perfect.
Well, that's what
Listen,
makes her perfect.
nobody's
Snowflake, like a snowflake.
She's a piece of work, that old gal.
Nobody's perfect.
That old bird's a piece of work.
Now, let me get her on the phone here quickly. I mean, the stuff people complain about. Then I'll go back to...
Hello?
Hey, sweetie. So I didn't tell you this, but I had somebody really ticked off and was like reading me the riot act on an email. Folks, you can email me anytime you want. My private personal email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. mj@mjmorningshow.com. So it is easy. And it's so easy that I had somebody complaining about you. Do you remember maybe a couple of weeks ago or a week and a half ago that we were talking about flying? And I think, you know what it was? It was the guy, I remember the story, the guy that put his 5-year-old back in coach while he flew business. And then the person back in coach taught the 5-year-old all kinds of curse words during the entire flight. Because the kid was just like annoying, like a 5-year-old.
Yeah.
All right. So then, Michelle, somehow we had you on the air, and you were joking about. You were joking. Oh, we would never. Our kids will. Somebody took exception. You said something tongue in cheek and joking around that I'm not putting my kids back in coach and make them second-class citizens. Somebody emailed me Like, what is wrong with you? You know, that it's so elitist and what's Listen, Michelle and I and Chloe, we flew Frontier in the virtual back of the bus to Philadelphia and back this past weekend. We're flying
plebes.
I'm flying Spirit Airlines with a $38.99 seat to Fort Lauderdale on Saturday. I mean, come on.
You know, I meant to give you my Spirit credit. I bought a Spirit airline, and I was just like going to transfer it to you because I don't know when I'm going to fly Spirit next, but I forgot.
So, Michelle, I mean, you've seen people people complain over the years. I mean, the weirdest things torque people off.
You know what I say?
What?
Same thing I said to you the other day.
What?
Complaint department is closed.
Oh, that's Michelle's new thing. Hello?
It's closed.
She hung up on me.
Yeah, the complaint department is closed.
That's Michelle's new thing. If Chloe or I say something that Michelle perceives as a complaint, you know what she does? She does a mime, like she's pulling down a window shade. She takes both hands. I'm doing this at MJTV. Michelle does this, and she like pulls down the shade and says, "The complaint department is closed." Any question, or if we push back on anything, whoop, complaint department is closed. You just heard it. She just did it to me live. The hell, this is what I got to deal with.
I heard the little window closing.
Zip the window. The complaint department. That's Michelle's new thing.
That's a good one.
She doesn't want the complaint department is closed.
Yeah, come back during business hours.
No.
Just write them down and put them in a box, in a suggestion box. And we'll get to them. We get to them.
It's totally closed. All right. So the Frontier story, and again, I had a decent time on Frontier. I've now flown Spirit, ultra low cost airline, twice already, and it'll be 3 times this weekend. Never thought I'd fly Spirit. And you know what?
You are becoming quite the fan.
Get exactly what you pay for, and I've had no issue. Now, Frontier, also, we had a very pleasant flight up. Everything was on time. We arrived early, actually, in Philly last Friday. And then coming back on Sunday, we were delayed like nearly 2 hours. The plane didn't leave Charlotte, which was our inbound, and, so that kind of got hung up. So, Sunday night, I didn't get back home until like close to 11. Should have been home, by about 8:45, 9 o'clock. So I was about 2 hours late. But listen, the overall experience was good. However, you talk about awareness. You talk about people that just have, maybe they just don't care. So we're in the Spirit, we're in the Frontier Airlines gate in Terminal E at Philadelphia International Airport, PHL. If you're a pilot, it's KPHL. So we're sitting there at the gate, and there is a kid, probably 5 years old.
All right.
Just screaming and running around like a maniac. And the mother, and it appeared there was a grandmother there and some other relatives, and they're just laughing. They're just, they think it's funny. The kid is running around disturbing everyone at the gate. Keep in mind that we're 2 hours late already. And the kid is running around like a monster, running all over the gate, screaming, and then like yelling and screaming at the top of his lungs. And this is going on for an extended period of time. And the kid is running away from the mother all over the place and like disturbing everyone. You got a packed gate at Philly, and the mother's like not doing anything. And there was like a grandmother there as well. And I saw both the mother and the grandmother like 24 times. They have to run after the kid because the kid tears off, running away from the gate while screaming at the top of his lungs. And in no time, in no way did I hear the grandmother, the mother say, "Shh, quiet. There are lots of people here."
They don't care.
They didn't freaking care.
Let me tell you something about every person I've ever seen at the airport.
Oh, it gets better.
Chances are I'm never going to see him again. I don't care. Listen.
Oh, hold on. So you're going to allow your kid to... What is wrong with you?
Listen, I'm never going to see any... I've never
What
seen
kind of an
anybody...
inconsiderate jerk are you?
Nobody's ever come up to me and said, "Hey, you're that guy on that plane flight I took 6 months ago.
Listen,
I
come
remember
on.
you."
Nobody.
No, you do. I find it opposite. MJ, I don't know if you agree with me, but I swear I run into more people I know on an airplane than if I'm at a friend's party. I might only know 2 people there. I go on an airplane. I'm like, oh, hey, Bob. Hey, Cindy. It's crazy.
Oh,
Do you
Bob and Cindy. Bob and Cindy now, world travelers with Roxanne.
Bob and Cindy.
Wow. We know who your third wheel is. Oh, Bob and Cindy.
Bob and Cindy. They coming over for a dinner party this weekend?
I'll tell you about that.
You can have some fondue?
I walked past them
All
in
right.
first class.
Let me tell you about
They're
that
just
Bob.
like, yeah.
Bob likes the bottle.
Yeah. Tell you what, Bob's a swinger.
I tell you what.
Yeah, Bob and Cindy, they're swingers. That's why they're coming over. Gonna try to rope you and Doug into the action. All right, so here's the deal. They just didn't give a flying F.
Absolutely.
The kids running around, disturbing, 150 people plus at the gate, screaming. And like every time the kid would scream, it was this high-pitched, shrill scream. And everyone's neck is snapping. Like, oh, my God, what? And they're turning and looking, waiting for the mother to do something to control the kid. And it gets better.
What did you do?
I didn't say a word.
Do you know how to stop this?
Hang on.
I'll tell you how to stop this when you're done.
So I'm since we're delayed, I'm doing work. I've got my my Pixel on hotspot. I don't want to use airport free Wi-Fi. That just seems like a security. It's just like they steal my crap. So I'm on my 5G hotspot, and I've got my my Microsoft Surface out, and I have it kind of balanced on my upright. So I've got the keyboard kind of flapping in my lap. I've got the other part of the computer like on top of my my carry-on suitcase, and the kid starts running at me at full blast. I'm like, oh my God! So I quickly just grab and hold my computer and my stuff. The kid is coming right at me, running at full freaking speed, and I'm like quickly grabbing the stuff. And it was the grandmother who wasn't that old, probably a mid-50s grandma. She says to me, why don't you calm down? He's not touching your stuff. Snaps at me. Is not snapping at their own kid that's running around like a monster in the Philadelphia airport at the Frontier Gate. Snaps at me because I just do a quick grasp to protect my stuff as the kid is running toward me at full freaking speed, and the grandma is able to grab his shoulder before the kid rams into my my Surface Pro laptop. What the hell? And then it's my fault? Instead of saying, oh, sorry, she snaps at me. Oh, she said, get over it. He's not touching your stuff.
And this was a Spirit Airlines?
This was Frontier.
This was Frontier.
Yeah, Frontier
Okay.
Philly.
Did you have
Camera rolling.
Did you have a couple of choice words for her?
No, I said nothing. I you know what? I held my tongue, which is
Probably best.
I didn't say a word. I just let it go. But the point is that people are just so freaking inconsiderate.
How great would it have been if you sat next to her on the flight?
Oh, yeah.
You and Grandma sharing a seat.
Oh yeah, that would have been.
She's in the middle or something.
Yeah, that would have been great.
Oh, no, you share a row with the kid.
Yeah. This is interesting to ponder. Consider this. I just want to toss something out there. Could you pass your driving test if you took it today?
Good question.
Yeah, I saw that. I was just reading just a little piece, and it was like many Americans would fail.
Yeah,
so
parallel parking. No.
If you took your parking test, I guess written and the on the road, could you pass? Listen, I've been driving since 1982.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, 81. I got my learner's permit in Virginia Beach it was 15-8. It was 15 years and 8 months. You were able to get your learner's permit, and then with the requisite driver's ed, you could get your full license at 16. Full license, 16. And I've said all along, there's no way that I should have been behind the wheel at 16.
No.
I was a reckless maniac. There's no way. No way. My brain, I was 16. My brain was like that of a 11-year-old. There's no way I should have been driving at 16. Anyway, so the question is, so I've been driving now for, 42 years, 43, right? 43. So could I pass my test if I just cold turkey did the driving test on the road and then the written test? Could I pass it?
Great question. And the follow-up to that is, where are our knowledge gaps on that test? Where are we just winging it when it comes to road rules?
Just think about that. Just ponder that for a moment. All right, moving along. We did watch a little bit of the World Series last night. What the hell were those fans doing trying to rip the glove off of the hand of Dodger? Yeah, Mookie Betts.
Listen, you come to
First of
the Bronx.
all, why are there two Mookies? Come on. There was a Mookie Wilson, right? Mookie Wilson. How the hell is there another Mookie in our lifetime in the in Major League Baseball? How are there two Mookies?
Okay, so the real name is Fester. You've pulled it up.
Yeah, his name is Marcus, and Mookie was probably just a nickname.
Yeah,
especially being in baseball.
All right.
Probably originated from Mookie
there you
Wilson.
go.
Mookie Wilson.
You're a great baseball player, so Marcus, we're going to call you Mookie.
So these two fans tried to grab his freaking glove as he's trying to snag a foul ball. I mean, what the heck?
Ooh.
What?
According to Mookie Betts' Wikipedia,
right?
He attributes the nickname Mookie to his parents watching former NBA guard Mookie Blaylock.
Wait a minute, there was a Mookie in the NBA?
Yes.
How many freaking Mookies are there?
3. Mookie Wilson, Mookie Blaylock, and now Mookie Betts.
Oh, my God, look at this. From the Star Wars fan site. The original name for the Wookiee was Mookie.
How about that?
Oh, my, but they went with Wookiee instead. Unbelievable. 2 fans at Yankee Stadium were ejected.
Are you going to talk about the 2 fans? Because one of them has a delicious last name, I think, of deli meats without listeria.
Okay. So what's the name of the fan?
You're welcome to mention the fans. Hold on a minute. So 2 fans at Yankee Stadium were thrown out of Game 4 last night. They tried to rip the glove and the foul ball out of the glove of Dodgers right fielder Mookie Betts. So he's jumping and leaping at the wall. It was foul ball territory. And I guess it initially caught the pop-up. This was the first inning. But a fan in the first row wearing a gray Yankees, the road jersey that they wear, grabbed Mookie Betts' glove with both hands and pulled the ball out. And then another fan grabs onto Betts' other hand, which was obviously not gloved. What are these idiots thinking? So Mookie Betts, he's angry. And the batter, Torres was the batter, was called out automatically for fan interference.
Yeah, it was a legitimate catch.
Yeah.
The fans interfered.
Wow. When it comes to the person in play, it doesn't matter, Betts said. We lost. It's irrelevant. I'm fine. He's fine. Everything's cool. We lost the game, and that's what I'm kind of focused on. We got to turn the page and get ready for tomorrow. Yeah. So the Yankees stayed alive last night. The Yankees blasted the Dodgers. Listen, the Yankees were down 3-0. No team has ever come back with a 3-0 deficit. But the Yankees did win. They exploded last night. Yankees won 11-4. And, the Dodgers can put it to bed tonight. Just one more win for the Dodgers. It's no team's ever come back from a 3-0 deficit.
Listen, if any team can, it's this one. Yankees have a talented squad.
We'll see. What are the names, Roxanne?
Austin Capobianco. Give me a little salami, a little pancetta, a little Capobianco on my sandwich. Does that sound delicious?
It's Capicola.
That's what she said. She goes, it reminds her of something that she was at deli.
Yeah,
Yes.
the Capicola. That's the, what that is.
That's the gabagool.
That's the
gabagool.
The gabagool. The Capicola is the gabagool. Hey, give me the gabagool. You got the gabagool? Give me the gabagool.
So,
So what are the fans' names again?
Austin Capobianco and John Peter, his friend John Peter.
John Peter and Gabba what?
Capobianco.
Capobianco?
Mm-hmm.
Boy.
Anyway, can you imagine? You've got expensive tickets to the World Series, and you're thrown out you're ejected from Yankee Stadium in the first freaking inning.
These really are not cheap seats. This is, a big ticket.
Listen, you don't try to grab the glove and the ball out of the hand of the Dodgers player. What are they thinking? What are these idiots? What are they doing trying to grab it? I mean, and then the ump is right there, calls fan interference, and of course Torres is out. Yeah. Oh, here's the call. Yeah. All right, go ahead, play the audio here.
All right, we're winding up for the pitch, and it's a fly ball in the right field.
Dude,
Quick throw.
Oh.
Right by Torres. Betts in the corner.
Does he have room? Fights with the fan. And they're going to say that it's an out and fan interference.
Look at that.
So an out, one gone in this first. It's the second time that Gleyber-Torres has hit a ball that has ended up in fan interference.
Yeah, they threw those idiots out.
Then they show it again in slow motion.
Yeah.
You can see the fans. He technically is he in the fan zone?
And then this one dude in the road jersey, the Yankees, he's trying to rip the glove off of Mookie's hand and holding the glove, trying to rip that out of his hand and steal the ball at the same time.
Yeah. So if the fan would have been above Mookie, height-wise, and caught the ball himself, it wouldn't have been fan interference.
This is like a mugging. It's like they mugged Mookie Betts in the Bronx.
Before Mookie played for the Dodgers, he played for the dreaded Red Sox for, I think, 5 seasons. So they've been hating him for a while in the Bronx.
Unbelievable. Oh, and speaking of baseball, the Rays and the roof rip, the whole roof missing from the
trop,
trop, where the Rays play. I don't know if you saw this, but the commissioner of Major League Baseball said that they're going to have a decision by Christmas time. Well, good on you. That's a good idea.
Thanks,
yeah.
Commish.
Yeah, where the Rays are going to play and how the 25 season is going to work with the Rays with no roof on the full trop. Did you ever get your piece of shredded roof, Fester?
Yeah. You know what? I didn't. I went by the trop and drove around, but of course it was several days later, and anything that got ripped off, of course, was cleaned up. But if anybody has a piece of the trop roof, I don't need a big piece. I would just like a piece.
Fester wants a piece of the trop.
I mean, that'd be like the ultimate fan artifact,
Yeah,
right? The
it really would be.
ultimate Tampa Bay Rays
So
collectible.
if you have a piece of the trop roof, Fester would like a little, like a swatch.
I'm not trying to make a suit out of it or anything. How
Oh,
awesome would
man.
that be? Oh my god!
Oh, the trop dinner jacket.
Yes,
I want a dinner jacket made with remnants
of the fiberglass material.
I want a translucent fiberglass, Kevlar, whatever the hell that stuff is, roof material suit. I wonder if those the suit company with all the billboards all over town, that Tweeds.
Yeah.
I wonder if they can make me a suit out of trop shredded roof.
There you go.
That's what I want.
That's awesome.
And I still don't get it. The Tweeds suit guys.
Uh-huh.
How the hell do they have the budget to have billboards everywhere I look? I can't get a billboard now to promote the MJ Morning Show.
You should work at Tweeds
to save my life. You know what? I need Tweeds to give me half their billboard. Do Tweeds on one side, MJ Morning Show on the other side.
There you go.
That's what I need. I need to work a little co-op deal with
Little
Tweeds.
marketing.
Maybe give them some free advertising or something.
I like it.
Give me some billboard space. But man, their billboards are everywhere. Oh, and speaking of billboards, the billboard companies got hit. The number of billboards that were wrecked
during the hurricane.
Yeah, I mean, even some of the actual physical metal structures were damaged, but the number of the vinyl, the ad copy, the actual
coverings.
the vinyl displays with the billboard, man, those are shredded all over town. So the revenue stream has been hit until they get those boards replaced, and then who pays for the reprinting of the vinyl? Those are like $900 a piece to get those huge vinyls printed for the billboards. Anyway, you were about to say something?
Yeah. Okay. So I want you guys to do me a favor. Tell me if you had to throw down money right now and make a bet as to where the Rays will play, because I have my idea.
I think it's going to be Wide World of Sports. I think it's going to be the ESPN Disney complex is where I think it's going to be.
Okay. Fester,
Or
what about you?
could be Al Lang, but we'll see.
Al Lang's a soccer stadium now.
Or Steinbrenner Field.
Yeah, okay. Well, pick one on your bet because I was going to pick Steinbrenner Field. You can't name every field in the Tampa Bay, Central Florida area. Oh, it's going to be in Disney. Oh, it's going to be here. It's going to be here. It's going to be where the Phillies play. It's going to be where the Blue Jays play.
Tampa Bay Little League on Manhattan and South Tampa.
You know what? It's as viable a facility as any other one. They would hit a lot of home runs.
Yeah, they're a little short on the outfield walls.
Dude, if the Rays were at Palmacia Little League, how many home runs would they hit in a season? I mean,
You know what's so funny? My Daviana watches the World Series, a little bit of it before she goes to bed, and she thinks that they get in trouble when they hit into the people. She hasn't figured out that
home run's a
run.
bad thing?
Yeah,
Well, no,
she's
it's just,
Oh my
you know,
God,
they're in
Mommy,
trouble.
he just
Yeah.
hit that person.
He just cost the league a ball.
Exactly. It went away,
Oh
so
my
they
God.
didn't keep it in play.
Does he have to pay for that?
I got to
$6?
tell you my theory real
Yep.
quick, if you don't mind. Al Lang Stadium is I bet they're going to play Al Lang Stadium. It
Mhm.
holds 7,000 plus. Their average attendance is 16,000, but they get that big draw from Yankees and Red Sox. And then so I predict that they'll have the Yankees Red Sox games when they get the bigger draws at George Steinbrenner. That's my prediction.
All right. Isn't Al Lang a soccer field?
It is, but it's also they can convert it. It used to be so much fun for spring training, and it's gorgeous,
You
and
know
it's
what?
owned by the Rays.
If you hit the ball into the soccer goal, maybe there's a bonus point or something.
That would
Yeah,
make
there you
baseball
go.
exciting.
Yeah, soccer ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, moving along, ladies and gentlemen, here on the MJ Morning Show. This is Q105. It's 104.7 FM. If you're like, hey, man, they haven't played any commercials or music or anything in a long time, that's because every morning around 7:25, we go an hour and 20 minutes plus of nonstop MJ. Two piles. I've got the Diddy pile. I've got the Tom Brady pile. And there's just a lot of stuff piling up in these two areas. You want Diddy first or you want Tom Brady first?
Do you think we're going to get to both of them this?
Yes, we will.
Okay, let's go with Brady first.
All right, Tom Brady. There was a report last night that Tom Brady only learned of Gisele Bündchen's pregnancy days ago.
Via social media, I wonder.
Noel, the story broke was it Monday? Yeah. So People Magazine, I believe they broke the original story and that was Monday
night,
that
yeah.
Gisele Bündchen was pregnant with the baby of Joaquin, or Joaquin, whatever his name is, the jiu-jitsu instructor.
Why are you so surprised by that? I mean, days earlier seems like an ample amount of time. That's how news goes.
Tom Brady only learned days ago that his supermodel ex-wife, Gisele Bündchen, is expecting her first child with her jiu-jitsu instructor, Joaquin Valente. You know, that's Sergio's son. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
The jeans to wear anytime, anywhere.
A source told Page 6 that Brady learned last week that Bündchen's expecting.
That
TMZ.
seems like ample time. I mean, I don't know what the story is on that. I mean, okay, hey, I'm going to tell you I have breaking news coming out in 5 days.
Yeah. TMZ reported that Gisele is about 5 or 6 months along, meaning the baby's going to be due in early 2025. But that's the timeline that Tom Brady just found out.
Well, if she's 5 months pregnant, they couldn't keep it a secret much longer.
That's why probably it came out. Also, here's another exclusive. Gisele Bündchen didn't tell Tom Brady about her pregnancy. They only talk when they have to. So I guess they don't, they were together for a while. They've got 2 kids together. They've got the son and the daughter. The son is what? Is Viv, right?
Yeah. Viv.
And then the son is Ben.
Mm-hmm.
And
the older son with his first wife, or excuse me, first girlfriend, Bridget.
Bridget Moynihan.
So not everybody's super chatty after a divorce.
I think it takes time, too. It's relatively recent.
I
still.
tell you right now, I get a divorce. My old lady's never talking to me if she doesn't have to.
A well-placed Miami source who knows Brady, 47, told Page 6 that he only found out that Gisele was pregnant very recently, but also the source says they only talk when they have to. I guess when it's something to do with the kids. Other than that, they don't talk.
That sounds like really good parenting. I mean, hey, we're divorced, but how was your day?
Yeah.
So, how's everything going with
But
the new guy?
there's another little element to the story that the source said that, quote, Tom's great. A very nice, normal guy. Gisele is, quote, very different. She blows hot and cold, according to the source.
Well, it sounds like something you would say. So obviously he's friends with Tom.
It sounds like a very normal relationship. You know, we talk when we have to. We're divorced now.
I mean, I think Gisele was blown pretty clearly when she said that Tom traveled too much and worked too much, and then he took that big job with Fox. She was like, I can't wait for him to retire so it can be about me and the family. And then, whoop, that didn't happen, really.
Well, then there's more. There are reports that when Tom Brady found out that Gisele was pregnant, that it stung, that Tom had to get out his feelings about it and he did it in his own time.
He did it with an Instagram post. You were right, Fester.
Tom Brady found out that ex-wife Gisele Bündchen's pregnancy. When he found out, it was a hard pill to swallow, and that he was, quote, stung by the news. Remember, I brought this up earlier in the week. So was it today's Wednesday? Was it Monday? When did we first talk about this?
Well, Monday evening it broke.
So I guess was it yesterday we first talked about it?
Yeah, yesterday.
So Tuesday. And I said that, man, what's that like? I mean, you know, your ex-wife, and here, you know, all these reports and pictures of her, you know, hanging out with even when they were still somewhat together, there were those pictures that popped up of her with the jiu-jitsu guy, and there was speculation. Oh, no, he's just the fitness jiu-jitsu instructor. And then other folks are like, no, there's something going on there. Well, you know, apparently there was something going on there. But Tom apparently is stung by this particular news.
That's why I don't have my old lady workout. I don't want her hanging around any of those, you know, really fit-looking guys.
All right.
Keep her with this slob right here.
All right. So, but Tom Brady, according to the reports, only knew just days before the story broke to the general public, like me and you. All right. So that's the Tom Brady pile.
Okay.
Now we have the Diddy pile.
Ooh.
Has anybody told Diddy about Gisele being pregnant? I think it's important information the lawyer might want to relay to him.
I saw a meme the other day. It was a picture of someone like doing a little job application, and it said, trying to get a job at a correctional institute so I can see an R. Kelly and Diddy performance.
like in a cell block.
I mean,
yeah.
It would be.
So I can see my favorite acts from the 90s.
Jailhouse. They can do a cover of Jailhouse Rock.
Oh no! What's that concert series that comes around like all the 80s and 90s bands?
Oh, the hip hop freestyle explosion.
Yeah, I mean, we could do one of them in the federal penitentiary.
Yeah. Freestyle explosion at Emily Arena. Freestyle explosion.
So take out Emily Arena and put in federal penitentiary,
Mm.
and you could put R. Kelly, Diddy, and that's about it right now. But maybe a couple of acts coming up.
You know what? If Jeffrey Epstein were alive, he could just like do the tambourine.
I didn't know what you were going to say. You could do. That's funny.
Or hit the triangle.
Like at the very end, it could have said like, "This is a Jeffrey Epstein production." Jailhouse explosion. P. Diddy. R. Kelly.
I like those.
I don't have a sound effect machine in front of me like MJ.
So P. Diddy, couple of things. A couple of ancillary items first. They're saying that Taylor Swift once called Diddy one of her dream prom dates. Hey, Taylor, I need you to weigh in before we go on this prom date.
You know what?
Oh, God.
This is backtrack from that a little bit.
Yeah.
So a clip has resurfaced from 2011, and at the time, 21-year-old Taylor Swift names Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs, as one of her dream prom dates because, quote, Diddy's really always been very nice to me. Yeah, that aged like a turd in the punch bowl.
It's the kind of thing that if you don't know, you don't know. Nobody really knows anything about anybody in their personal life if you're not privy to it.
So I guess
unless you go to the party.
Taylor Swift was on a Rachel Ray talk show episode, and they were doing some kind of game show. And I guess one of the questions, hey, who's your dream prom date? And she said, Diddy.
I mean, Rachel Ray, she used to have a pretty big show. Remember, Oprah kind of anointed her as the next great daytime talker.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess she had Taylor on.
There is a report that there is a investigation at a college. This is San Diego State University, and they're investigating a Diddy Halloween costume where a white student put on blackface to go as Diddy. And I guess there was baby oil and lube involved as well. This is from USA Today. San Diego State University is looking into a video depicting a young white man dressed as Sean Diddy Combs using blackface and a young woman dressed as a bottle of baby oil. Oh, my God. So the woman standing next to Diddy has like the Johnson's baby oil logo that's been printed out, and she's wearing that on her outfit. And so she's the baby oil bottle, and then you got this college kid that's got blackface on. How do you not know that is not politically correct or socially acceptable
Right.
in 2024? All right, so you're a college kid, you're 18, 19, 20, whatever you are. Come on, you know that, how many blackface controversies have popped up?
That an 18 or 20-year-old might be privy to?
Plenty.
Not many.
I'm
Listen,
sorry.
you're in your sheltered bubble. You're going to dress up as Diddy. Okay, let's do this. I can see how it's a terrible idea, and it should have been thought about and maybe expanded on before they did it, but come on.
Yeah, this Diddy costume ensemble has popped up on social media, and it had pictures and videos, couples and costumes from a recent Halloween party. And one of the photos was a young white guy dressed as Diddy with dark-colored makeup on his face. And, of course, the whole it's all they're trying to do the Diddy freak-off is what they're trying to do.
The honky kid can't go as Eminem to a freak-off. If he's going to do the costume, you got to do the costume, which probably should have been thought about twice.
And, of course, remember the feds found, like over 1,000 bottles? Yeah. The FBI.
The FBI.
Just found a ridiculous amount of the baby oil and the lube. Oh, my God. Do I still have that audio bite? Is that still up on my... hang on a minute. Is that still on my... I mean, that's just a crazy audio bite. No, I might not have it on here anymore. Yeah, I think it's gone. But that's, over 1,000 bottles. But you don't put blackface on these. I mean, what are they thinking? So there's an investigation at San Diego State. Let's see. I think that's about it on that. So those are the two ancillary items. Taylor Swift wanting Diddy as a prom date, and then this. Now, the more serious Diddy items, what time? 8:45? I got a little time here. So Diddy has been hit with more lawsuits. I mean, it's like every day there are new lawsuits that are coming out.
And most of them are underage.
Well, the last round certainly have been very disturbing. With some
there's
of
a
the ages.
10-year-old boy now. Sean Diddy Combs has been accused of 2 more horrifying rapes in the latest round of lawsuits against him, including alleged attack involving a 10-year-old boy. The other victim was 17. Again, who was complicit? Who covered up for this guy for decades and decades? And I've read several pieces. There are so many big names in the music industry and celebrities that are absolutely complicit. And they're shaking in their pants on what's going to come out with all of these lawsuits. There's going to be do you know the number of names, the number of recognizable people that are going to be dragged into this?
Oh, yeah.
My God, you've got probably half the industry, whether it's film, TV, or certainly the music industry or other individuals of note. You know what they're saying? Oh, please, not me. Let me escape this. Let me escape this. But there are tons of people that are shaking like leaves.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. But I mean, I've told you my theory, MJ. I don't think it's going to make it to trial.
What, that he's going to be offed or that he's going to take a deal?
I think he's going to be forced to take a deal.
Well, hold on. That's the criminal. All the civil stuff, all these lawsuits.
That goes to trial.
Those are going to probably go to trial if they're not settled.
I think they'll be settled.
Remember,
you're right.
Diddy settled with the girlfriend. What's her name?
Why do I have a mental block against her name, too?
I always have a mental block.
Cassie
Ventura. Yeah.
Cassie Ventura.
Cassie Ventura. Remember when she made those allegations, he settled for like millions within like hours.
And then after is when we saw the video.
Yeah.
So there's footage of a bunch of people from 10 years ago, 15 years ago,
right,
complimenting and praising Diddy publicly. Taylor Swift is not the only one who hasn't aged well. I found the clip of her on Rachel Ray, by the way, where I guess they have a bunch of celebrity faces on a table, and Rachel's just asking questions.
All right, go ahead and play the audio. Let me hear it.
The prom. Who would you have taken to the prom? It would be a group, and it would be a really fun group. Boy, you're going on a freaky prom date. No way.
You know what's funny?
Check that out. That's a group.
And she picked up Diddy's face.
Okay, so that's different than when you read the blurb. It's a little different because she picked up 5 different people.
Look like J-Lo and Katy Perry.
Mm-hmm.
Is that? And then there's she has like Four?
Justin Timberlake.
Was it Justin Timberlake, and who's the other female?
Who's the one that's saying Sunset Boulevard?
Oh,
the one that dated our friend. Damn, I can't think of it.
Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow.
Okay.
Yeah.
So but the interesting thing about that clip, and I'm sure you guys just saw this, but the listeners didn't. Right when she said that's a freaky prom date, it was almost like it jogged Taylor's mind, and then she reached for Diddy. Did you notice that? Maybe I'm reading into it,
but then I saw a picture of like former President Obama saying, I wish I could be half as hip as Diddy is, and I'm like, Mr. President. And I saw a clip from The Apprentice where former President Trump is like, oh, Diddy's a friend of mine. He's a good guy. I'll stick up for him. And I'm like, oh.
Listen, if you're in New York City, if you're a big New York City player during the 90s and early 2000s, you came across Diddy.
You came across him.
Yeah.
You were
Shook
at
his
the party.
hands.
His parties were the ones to be at.
You know what? Maybe you shouldn't say it in that way.
Shook his hands?
Maybe
I
rephrase that. All right. So shifting gears entirely.
I missed it. Whatever was that?
Imagine Fester missed that one.
I missed it.
All right,
Sorry.
shifting gears. I want to share a letter that I got. Got some mail. Yeah, got some snail mail yesterday. And of course, you can send me letters here at the radio station.
Oh my God, Roxanne just wrote it down. I can't see that.
At 9721 Executive Drive North here in St. Pete. You can send me regular mail, or you can email me. My private email is mj@mjmorningshow.com. That's mj@mjmorningshow.com. Or you should be following me right now on Instagram. I have tons of stuff on Instagram I haven't even talked about on the show recently. Like, people are like, hey, you going to talk about that Mario guy at the hotel? I haven't talked about it. So if you're not following my Instagram, you should. I'm Certified MJ Radio. Give me a follow. My Instagram is Certified MJ Radio. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is give me a follow, but also my DMs are open. You can always communicate with me via direct message. But I get regular mail yesterday. I get regular mail. I got 2 regular mail things. I don't want to say, you know what? I'm just going to use her initials, J. Jay, I got your checks. Dear MJ, I'm sending you these checks because I know you will get them to the correct places. Please do not mention my name on the air. Thank you. And I'm just going to use the initial J. I got your letter. I have your checks. So this anonymous individual who is here in St. Pete sent a check for $500 to the American Red Cross.
Oh, wow.
So I've got to, am I holding up? Hopefully I'm not, you can't see, it's too small. I'm holding up a check, $500 to the American Red Cross.
Put a finger over that routing information, too.
Yeah, so no one can see that.
Okay.
So I have to get this check to the American Red Cross. If somebody locally with the American Red Cross wants to give me a buzz, I have a check for you because of all the disaster relief and the hurricane. I have $500 from a listener. Got the check right here. And then the second check from this listener is to Gray Bull Rescue.
Hey, that's awesome.
The private nonprofit rescue organization run by Brian Stern. I have a check for $100, a donation to Gray Bull Rescue that pulled off all kinds of rescues locally up in North Carolina with, the hurricane, horrific stories that have emerged. They rescued the 2 families in South Tampa because of that Tesla house fire in South Tampa and pulled them to safety, with 3 feet of Tampa Bay all through the neighborhood when the Tesla Model S caught on fire and burned the house to the ground. That's a video you got to see. That's on my Instagram, Certified MJ Radio. Take a look at what a very expensive South Tampa house looks like when the Tesla bursts into flames and just destroyed the whole house. And Gray Bull Rescue, Tampa Fire tried like hell to get into the neighborhood. They could not get their equipment in because of the 3 feet of Tampa Bay floodwaters. Gray Bull Rescue was able to get in. They couldn't put the fire out, but they were able to take the family affected, the Murphy family, as well as the next door neighbor, able to take them away from the raging house fire. So I've got a check for $100 for Gray Bull Rescue as well. Which, folks, graybullrescue.org. You want to talk about a great organization if you want to give some money to? All privately funded. It's a nonprofit, 501c3, Gray Bull Rescue, and they're based right at Rocky Point here in Tampa. and they do amazing rescues all over the world.
That's awesome work.
It really is unbelievable. So I've got 2 checks, and I will absolutely get them to the appropriate individuals. And then also I got from Denise. Denise, thank you. I got a card from Denise, a little Halloween theme, and it says, our mobile home wasn't damaged. Have some fun, Denise and Elvis the dog. So thank you. A couple of snail mail pieces that I got.
We don't get much snail mail anymore. We used to get mailboxes full, but no more.
It's all email and direct messages now. And, just that's the way it goes. All right, 8:53 at the MJ Morning Show. This brings to a close over an hour and 20 minutes of nonstop MJ. When we get back, the 9 o'clock hour is on the way. Did you hear what happened to Jerry Jones's family? Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh, I got to hear this.
This is a crazy, crazy story.
Is it funny crazy or terrible crazy?
You know what? I missed one of the. I had it off to the side. There's one more Diddy item that we talked about briefly at the very end of the show yesterday, and that's the requirements to go to one of those Diddy freak-off parties. So we still have that to get to, and a whole lot more. We're loaded next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. Little rejoiner that goes, wake up.
You know, people are getting up right now. People get up at the crack of 10.
This is bizarre. I mean, it seems like the car was flung like a toy. Did you hear what happened to Jerry Jones's relatives? I'm sorry, but when I read this, I did laugh. I mean, am I a bad human for laughing? You know those like security barricades that block like important places and they can instantly pop up to block you see them in Washington.
They're at the MacDill Air Force Base.
Yeah, exactly. So they've got a lot of secure or sensitive locations or installations. You know, if you go around like New York City, like federal buildings, I don't know if we have them here in Tampa, but I've seen them at facilities like in New York, and these are like these metal barriers
to keep cars from getting too close or trucks.
If there's a security issue, they can these metal barricades can fold down and then fold up quickly. You know, if there's a threat. Well, apparently Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, his family was in a vehicle, and one of these special security barricades apparently popped up and flung the car they were in.
Oh, geez, that's wrong place, wrong time.
Listen to this.
What are the odds?
Cowboys owner Jerry Jones shared new details about the freak car accident his family was involved in before Dallas's Week 8 matchup in San Francisco. A rising barricade outside of Levi's Stadium. So this was a road game. They were not at the Dallas complex. They were in San Francisco. Apparently, it broke the frame of the vehicle they were in. The force of this barrier just boom!
It just pops right up.
I guess they can pop up or fold up quickly. I don't know what type of barricade this was, but Jerry Jones says it was like an explosion. It was a tremendous force, had blasted the vehicle into the air and broke the frame of the car. Yeah, Jerry Jones did I guess was on his weekly radio appearance on some podcast or some radio show yesterday.
I think he's on a sports station in Dallas.
Shan and RJ. The Shan and RJ show.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm sure they're great guys. Anyway, so I guess he told the story. Those in the car at the time of the accident were Jones's daughter, Charlotte, his son, Jerry Jones Jr., and Charlotte's son, Shy. The kid's name is Shy, S-H-Y.
Yeah.
is shy.
Okay.
Can you imagine that?
That's awful.
Yeah.
I mean, the closest
Scary.
thing here on the MJ Morning Show is when Roxanne ignored all the signs that said "Do not enter, do not back up," and Roxanne popped all 4 tires on a rental car at some airport.
And hid in the car because I thought I was being shot at
When-
by gangs
boom,
in
boom, boom.
Phoenix.
That was Phoenix? You thought that you were a target of a gang shootout because
I
your
did.
tires popped?
I did. My parents
Tell you
put the
what.
fear of God
Yeah.
in me before I left.
You
I
know,
was like 21.
And that's different. This isn't the metal barricade that flings up from the ground. These are those metal spikes that if you
Yeah.
go the right way, that they just fold down. But if you go the wrong way, the metal spikes will just shred your freaking tires. So it goes, and you thought that you thought you were being shot at, so you ducked down.
Stopped and it brakes on and hid.
I mean, listen, the cartels have business in Phoenix.
Oh, yeah.
And Roxanne Wilder has been on their push board
Yeah.
up until very recently.
I was going to audit a business there, and my parents were like, "Oh, Phoenix, wow, dangerous."
There's nothing. Phoenix is not dangerous. We get out of here. You know, Phoenix is dangerous when they have a heat wave and it's 115 degrees out for 3.5 weeks.
too.
All right. So, what car rental company's car did you wreck? Do you remember?
Oh, I have no recollection.
come
I mean, it was
on.
one of the big ones because it was, our company.
Hertz, Avis,
It was-
National, Budget,
I
Enterprise.
was going to say, I would Hertz. I picture green. Is it Hertz?
no.
green?
No.
Or is that
National,
Avis?
National and Enterprise are green.
Okay.
Yeah. Hertz is yellow. Avis is red.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then it wasn't
Budget
Avis.
is orange.
Wasn't Avis. Maybe it was Hertz.
That's yellow.
Yeah.
Or green.
Yeah, wait, yellow.
She doesn't
green.
remember. It was
Yeah.
25 some odd years ago. But listen,
I remember the moment.
Can you imagine that? The car was flung. It came up with such force. It snapped the frame of the car. I mean, like, pop goes the weasel and flings a car up in the air.
So I guess like the team's medical staff had to run out. They were the first on the scene.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
With gauze.
with ankle tape.
Oh, man.
Were they admitted to the hospital or anything? Or did they?
I didn't see that.
Go to the luxury box.
The family members were evaluated by the Cowboys medical staff at the stadium, and they were able then to move into the visiting owner's suite for the game. Wow. Though Jerry Jones did confirm that Charlotte wasn't feeling too well. So, listen, if it broke the frame of the car, it must have tossed the occupants of the car around like a rag doll. Right?
Yeah, you would think.
Man, that's the craziest freaking thing that's
The owner's family on the way there.
But
That's,
can you imagine
yeah.
if there's video of that? There's got to be surveillance video.
Absolutely.
I mean, I got to see the video of this.
Every inch of the perimeter of that stadium is being recorded at all times
Oh, yeah.
on game day.
Yeah, so the Levi Stadium in San Francisco, they must have video of this. You know what? This has got to be on America's Funniest Home Videos. That's what they got to do.
I'm glad everybody's okay in the Jones family.
I'm being a little flippant.
Cowboys still suck.
But I still laughed when I heard the story. I mean, come on. One of those gates popping up and flinging a car like it's a toy.
Yeah.
Like it's a little matchbox or a corgi or something. All right. So one other thing with the Diddy, and this is actually, I mean, this is the biggest part of the story.
Right. Oh, this is my.
I just did
creepiest.
I did my Diddy pile a few minutes ago before the break, and this got tossed to the side accidentally. This should have been, one of the top items. So hey, better late than never. We did address this because this broke yesterday morning during the MJ Morning Show, and at the very end of the show, I did bring up a couple of the the cursory facts, but I wanted to go a little more in depth about the report of a sick list of Diddy's alleged requirements for girls at his freak-off sex parties has been revealed, including the important question they were never asked. Sean Diddy Combs was extremely particular about the women who attended his freak-off sex parties, with one party planner telling the New York Post she kept a scale in her car to ensure that no female guest weighed more than 140 pounds. What? We would do a weigh-in if necessary, said the organizer who worked with Diddy in 2004 and 2005 and asked to remain anonymous. The girls had to be young and hot, so I always had a scale nearby in case I needed to make sure. The number was 140 pounds. But if a girl was really tall, there was a little bit of discretion involved. At Diddy's decree, there were certain other requirements. No flab, no cellulite, not overly pierced or tattooed, no short hair. And the girls had to be young and hot. Even the dress code was strict. No pants, no jeans, no flat shoes. Every girl had to wear a party dress, preferably very short, just enough to cover her butt cheeks, but no longer than mid-thigh, cleavage showing. And every single one of them had to be wearing stilettos.
Oh, my God. Imagine if you got kicked out of a Diddy party for wearing flats and you've been pissed about it all these years, and now you realize it was the best decision you've ever made.
I'm thinking the same thing, but as far as the weighing goes, I would love to talk to someone who almost went to a Diddy party but got on the scale and was 141.
You know what? We stopped for dinner before we came to the party. You know, I just drank 3 cups of water.
Stopped at In-N-Out Burger. Yeah. Had a double-double.
Yeah, I put on a pound for dinner, and I'm at 141. I couldn't get...
How does that conversation even happen? Like, step on this. You're looking a little bit like you might exceed the weight limit.
But listen to this. Every single woman had to be wearing stilettos, and this source says that one, there was no exception. High stilettos, or you did not get in. So the women that were going to these parties, was there like a dress code? Could they get like the list of what they had to do to be considered to get into the freak-off party?
Or there wasn't the code, and they just recruited off this list and had these...
Well, if she had the scale in her car, she was making sure no one's...
This is awful.
Listen to this. Listen to this. One thing the organizers never asked, according to the source, was...
age.
Exactly. The age of the girls was never, ever asked. How many, like, 16 and 17-year-olds probably got in there? How many 15-year-olds that look like they're 22 got in there?
Yeah, good question.
Yep. And what happened? It was don't ask, don't tell at the time. I was really young myself, and I honestly thought we weren't asking their age because of drinking laws. I never stayed around for the freak-offs and had no idea that these girls were expected to have sex with people at the party. Second source, a petite dancer who performed at Combs' 2005 VMA after party, told the New York Post that she was paid $250 to dance at the mainstream event, but was told there was an extra $1,000 if she wanted to go to Diddy's house later for more dancing.
She go? Or she's like, you know what? I'm good. Thanks, but no thanks.
She said it felt shady.
Yeah, it did.
Noting that she was just 20 at the time, so I didn't go. But other girls did, and then really wouldn't talk about what happened there. Wow. That's creepy. The Post has viewed more than 24 videos of raucous sex parties, which appear to be footage of Diddy's freak-offs, and were tied to mainstream events such as the MTV Video Music Awards or the Super Bowl. Listen, a lot of these videos are going to be coming out in trial. Civil as well as criminal.
That's crazy.
You got the feds with the civil, get-up. I'm sorry, you got the feds with the criminal get-up against Diddy, and then you have all these civil trials that are going to be filed. All
the civil
these
trials
lawsuits
are going to blow it wide open.
Who's the next name? And when does that drop?
Yeah. There are so many celebrities in the music industry, other entertainment fields. There are big name people, probably some in politics, business. There are some big names out there that are just shaking.
You read that Kim Porter book. Oh, she names them.
Yeah. There are some big names out there that they're going to be front and center with some of this litigation, whether it's civil or criminal. That's going to be a mess. There are tons of people out there that are like, oh, no, not me. Can I escape this? Please, 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 please. Let me escape this. Oh, please, 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 please. But we have not written anywhere near the end of this book. There are so many celebrity chapters, enablers, those that were complicit in anything that happened with P. Diddy and the freak-offs and all of these allegations. We haven't even begun in probably what's going to be churning out.
That's crazy.
Yep. So the Post said they viewed more than 24 videos.
Okay.
In the videos, women who fit the description can be seen having sex with men as Combs seemingly watches in the background.
And their post isn't naming any of these other men in the dozen videos they've seen?
In one video, it appears that Diddy himself took part in the action, holding the camera from his point of view while he appears to engage in sex with a woman. The alleged behavior is consistent with similar allegations made earlier this month. In one lawsuit, a woman alleges that Diddy and a female celebrity committed an act and a crime when she was just 13.
All right.
Following the 2000 VMAs at Radio City Musical.
Yeah, so Diddy will never get out of jail.
Also, Texas-based lawyer Tony Busby.
Yeah.
That's the one he's virtually advertising like mesothelioma commercials now.
Yeah.
Now, seriously.
He's gone from exclusively Camp Lejeune to
this guy's got like press conferences where he's got the phone number. It's like the Diddy hotline. Call me. Tony Busby. Busby on the phone right now. It's a little play on Busby on the phone.
I got it.
You get that?
I mean,
Get that?
your name was Busby.
Yeah, I'll let him use that if he wants.
I'll call his office and let him know.
Let him know.
You know, it just takes a really horrific person to push that envelope with the young people. Like, do what you do, but what is wrong with you that you're having children be subject to this?
Latest from Tony Busby, he says he knows over 100 victims.
Oh, wow.
100 accusers who plan to file suit against
And
him.
how many is he actually? He's filed 15. So Tony Busby, he's a Texas attorney.
And this came out yesterday.
He seems to be the who's the Crump guy? You know what I'm talking about? The attorney Crump.
No, I don't know who you're talking
Come on, you reckon?
What kind of?
He handles a lot of the civil rights cases.
Oh, yeah,
He was
yeah.
front and center in the whole George Floyd matter.
Yeah.
This dude Busby is becoming like the Crump of the Diddy deal.
Ben Crump.
Thank you, Benjamin Crump. Ben Crump.
Yeah, you know, I mean, he just thinks he is above the law.
Oh no, he doesn't think that anymore.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, those days are over. Yeah, the other, unknown quantity here is how did he get away with it for so long?
Yeah.
How did it take this long for the walls to come tumbling down?
You'd hear people saying, "Listen, this happens in Hollywood. This is
Yeah.
a big thing. This is real." And we'd be like, "No."
Or just kind of nameless faces.
Yeah.
I mean, nameless, faceless people, right? Like, okay, it happens, but we can't put a face with who's really doing that. Well, now we have a face.
This is crazy.
All right, moving along. Oh, God. You ought to see the picture of this woman. A school cafeteria worker here in Florida allegedly sent the student a photo of her unclothed breast.
Oh, man.
My God, the only breast I want to see from a lunch worker at the school cafeteria is maybe like a chicken breast, all right? That's
maybe
it.
Maybe little thighs.
Oh, my God. This is Merritt Island. So that's over on the other side, right?
All right. So
Merritt Island's near what? Cocoa, right?
Yeah.
That's Merritt.
Yeah.
Right.
It's in that stretch of the state.
Yeah. A Florida high school cafeteria worker is in jail, allegedly sending explicit photos of her bare breasts to a student on social media. Ashley Pierce, 39, cafeteria worker at Merritt Island High School, was arrested earlier this week after an underage student reported her alleged behavior to police.
She looks like a cafeteria.
Ah! Oh, my God. I didn't expect you to bring up
Yeah,
that.
I pulled up her mugshot.
I'm sorry. Trick or treat. I just got scared.
I mean,
I'm
if
sorry.
I just pulled up the mugshot and told you she works at a school, what's her job? I mean, cafeteria workers is the guess.
Or scaring the hell out of kids.
Yes.
Oh, my God. What is she thinking? So she apparently was involved in this relationship with this student to the point where she sends a bare photo of her breast to a student. Wow. So I guess they were talking through private messaging, and then she sent a photo of her unclothed, topless.
How does lunch ladies hit on kids?
Yeah.
So then this woman, Ashley Pierce, she then was blocked by the student, who then immediately told law enforcement. What did this? First of all, you don't engage with a student like this, but what was the indicator? Why did this lunchroom cafeteria worker think that this student wanted to receive pictures of her topless?
Hey, Billy, what's your number? I have something I want to send you after lunch.
Tell you what would be really hot. Topless with the lunch lady hairnet on.
Listen.
That's my fantasy right there.
That's it right there.
That's my fantasy. Hairnet, topless, and maybe with like an ice cream scooper scooping out the mashed potatoes.
Yeah. Everybody
That's-
has their kink.
That's my kink right there.
Mine too.
Yeah.
That's so hot.
That's
Where are you
it.
going to put the mashed potatoes?
Make a big pile.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's sick. All right, 9:20 at the MJ Morning Show. We've got a long final chunk of the show coming up in just a bit. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Hey, I heard. What are you laughing at?
A little bit of this, a little bit of that.
Listen,
I mean, is there more of this or is there more of that?
I'll give you a couple.
Get with that.
I'll give you a couple teasers.
All right.
A boy 12 is blind because of his daily diet. Come on. All right, hang on. This makes no sense to me whatsoever. So, what's the daily diet? Why is a 12-year-old blind up in Massachusetts? We'll explain that coming up in just a bit. Oh, Southwest Airlines. Southwest Airlines is getting raked over the coals by a passenger that claimed that something happened to her guitar. Remember what happened with the United guitar? You ought to dig that song back up. Yeah, you got to hear this. This is crazy. That's among the many things that are coming up in the final chunk of the MJ Morning Show next. So listen, don't move. Listen, if you don't like the final segment, your money back. How about that? And that's next here on the MJ Morning Show on Q105. Stand by. All of the employees at the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office run by Susie Lopez. Chloe happens to be an employee down there, and we have the Colony Grill. I've helped to facilitate the Colony Grill pizza truck feeding the office today. So listen, they work for the people of Hillsborough County. Listen, all the folks that work for your county's prosecutor's office, keeping your community safe. And hey, was able to arrange the Colony Grill pizza truck. So like 300 people working in the office, and we'll see how many show up. Well, I understand we're going to have some celebrity appearances as well. I hear that Lee Burkaw, the chief of police, city of Tampa, is going to pop in. I'm also hearing that Pam Bondi, former Attorney General Pam Bondi, might stop by as well.
I love Pam. She's
How about
amazing.
that?
Yeah.
Chad Crosser and his command staff, they've been invited. So it should be a good time. Now, listen, if you want to stop by and say hi, that's fine. But the pizza's for the state attorney's office. So you got to have an ID or a badge or, to get the pizza. But I'm happy to, say hi to people, maybe give you a crumb. No, I gotta get out of here soon and go pick up Michelle, because Michelle's going to join me. And it's 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Nice 3-hour stretch. And the Colony Grill pizza truck's going to be cranking out those famous Stamford, Connecticut, those thin, crispy bar pies, which I'm a big fan of. Hey, Andrew, was there audio of Travis Kelsey and Jason on their Christmas song? Is it? Did you pull audio of this thing?
Yes. It's not good.
For what reason? Is it not quality audio, or that what's coming out of his mouth?
Yeah, sure.
Well, the only reason why I wanted to potentially pull audio is if it's not good. There's no comedy here. There's no comedic, possibility here. If it's really good, that's just not funny, right? All right. So here's the deal. So what is this Christmas track? And what is Taylor Swift having to say about this? So Travis Kelsey, Kansas City Chief, is singing on a song with his brother Jason.
All right, these guys are doing too much.
I saw there's one stupid commercial that I'm seeing. What is it? It's some breakfast cereal commercial. Am I right? It's the dumbest thing. Michelle and I were watching the World Series last night. And hold on a minute. Let me see if she remembers.
Is it the Kelsey mixed cereal?
I don't know what the heck it was, but
I mean, these guys are just really everywhere right now.
yeah. So Michelle and I were watching the World Series last night, and this commercial comes on for some breakfast cereals, and they're dressed like dopes, and they have like these.
Hello?
Hey, what was the commercial that we're watching last night during the World Series? And Travis and Kelsey.
Oh, it's some cereal commercial.
Travis and Jason. Yeah, exactly. Do you remember? And we're looking at each other. We're like, which management team member suggested they do that commercial?
I guess they'll pay them enough, right?
But how dumb was the commercial we saw?
Oh, it's horrific.
Oh, it was
it makes me want to shun the cereal, whatever it is. I will never buy it.
Fester just found it. It's for General Mills. It's for I
mean, General
but
Mills.
It's not the one where he's feeding him like here comes the choo choo or the airplane. It's not even that one. They have a new one now.
Oh my God, they're awful.
It's terrible.
They're doing.
I can't imagine. Right? Who came up with that?
I found a 4-minute compilation video of all of the Travis and Jason Kelsey commercials.
Your computer's going to blow up. Don't play them.
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're just grabbing as much money as they can right now with no regard to quality.
So now General Mills has mixed together 3 different flavors, like Lucky Charms, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, and another brand. Mixed them in one box.
Oh, that's right.
The Kelsey mix.
Right. So one of the Kelsey brothers, they're running around with like a spray gun, spraying like the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cinnamon powder all over the place.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Does that make me want to buy that cereal?
You know what?
No.
It might make kids want to annoy you into buying something.
And guess what?
No.
They're doing a contest that you might get one of their surprise jock straps in one of the
Oh, stop. Gross.
in one of the cereal boxes. Bye, Michelle.
What if
Hey,
I'll
see you in a bit. I'm going to pick you up for. Hello. Okay.
What if, like in the Lucky Charms, you had like some Jason Kelsey beard hair? Or something?
So the Lucky Charms, the pink clovers and the blue moons.
Yeah.
They have little pieces of Jason and Travis Kelsey beard hair and mustache hair coming out.
That'd be delicious.
Yeah.
It'd still sell.
All right. So we have. Are you saying we should not play the song, Andrew? It's that bad?
I'm saying you probably should play it.
All right.
Okay.
So what do we know about this? The tune is called "It's Christmas Time in Cleveland Heights," and this appears on a Christmas album. Is this their Christmas album?
Yeah, so that was their hometown, Cleveland Heights. So like I said, these guys are doing everything they can right now. All right,
because they know that the gravy train is not going to go on forever,
or the gravy train is just getting started. And Taylor Swift is behind this, making them both into huge megastars.
I'm telling you, I don't think the whole Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey thing is long term. I don't think. You think we're going to be talking about this happy couple 10 years from now? 3 years from now? I don't think so.
I love. Good for them.
Yeah. I don't think so. Going back to Cali. What are you laughing at?
I just love how you work in all your song lyrics.
Yeah.
It's addictive.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, here it is.
Wandering the streets of my hometown.
Oh, my God. Oh, somebody shoot me.
Well, let's hear the song. Let's hear this.
All right.
Let's hear the
Oh,
song.
my God. This is not. They have something called auto-tune. What was it, broken that day in the studio? All right, here we go.
Wandering the streets of my hometown. Must have been years since I've been home. It's Christmas time in Cleveland Heights.
Oh, my God.
It's Christmas time in Cleveland Heights.
My God, this is like interrogation abuse music.
This makes me hate Christmas time, and that's hard to do, right? We love Christmas time. I just want it to be over.
Put that thing on a loop at a CIA black site when you're interrogating terrorists or something.
Sure. Like, please waterboard me.
Oh my God, they'll fold in a second. They'll give you all the details on the upcoming terrorist attack. Just play that. That is horrific.
That's bad.
That's enough of that. I mentioned the 12-year-old boy. I don't know if I believe this. Really? A Massachusetts boy is blind
Okay.
because of his diet. All he ate were hamburgers and donuts. You don't go blind for the. Come on.
Some carbs and some,
Yes.
protein.
Actually sounds like a
Fat.
fairly
Yeah,
well-rounded diet.
A 12-year-old boy who has other issues. He's autistic. Massachusetts kid has gone permanently blind because of his junk food only diet, and it was void of any other nutrients. Get out of here.
Whatever.
I don't believe this for a second.
Dude.
He lived on a diet of plain burgers and fries with ranch dressing, donuts, and juice boxes. And that doesn't make you go blind. Get out of here.
I mean, I heard all other kinds of horror stories about going blind when I was about 12 years old. And none of them had anything to do with hamburgers or donuts or...
Or did they?
Well, no, not hamburgers or donuts.
He started having eye problems early this year with his vision darkening in the mornings and evenings and improving only during the day. But within 6 weeks, he could no longer walk without leaning on his parents.
All right. It sounds like this poor kid has a lot of other medical
It does.
problems.
Listen, I feel awful for this kid. It is terrible that this 12-year-old in Massachusetts has to endure this, but I doubt he's blind because of hamburgers, fries, ranch dressing, and donuts. All right?
And as far as my grandmother's scolding when I was 12 years old, she was right. Because
Look at Fester. That's all Fester ate as a kid.
6 months ago, I picked up my first pair of readers.
Oh, I thought you were going to say 6 months ago you picked up your first stalk of broccoli.
All right. Are we making jokes or I don't know.
Well, it sounds like you were headed in. Go ahead.
I was headed in a joke direction because my grandmother told me if I keep doing what I'm doing, I'm going to go blind. And she was right because I picked up my first pair of readers 40 years later.
All right. Well,
A latent effect.
Yeah, well, you're going to go blind. She didn't say when I was going to go blind, but
she was right.
All things being equal is worth it.
There is a Southwest Airlines passenger who says that a Southwest employee peed on her guitar.
What? An employee?
What?
Everything about this is great. It's so many elements that are
Hang on.
nuts.
It gets even nuttier. And that her mother's ashes were also in the guitar case.
Wow. What? Why?
So the guitar got peed on, mom's ashes got peed on, and Southwest Airlines. I don't know what the heck's going on here.
You're now free to pee about the country.
That was the joke I was.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was the joke I was just setting up.
Oh no, I'm sorry.
That was coming. You're now free to pee about the country. Yes, that was just coming up, Fester.
You're now free to pee on my guitar.
Yeah. So I have a chunk of audio here. This woman was like, "What? What? So she posted a video on social media. Woman accuses Southwest employee of whizzing on her guitar. All right, listen to the audio here. This is insane.
Hope that this video reaches Southwest Airlines. Yesterday, an incident occurred, and I'm deeply concerned with how it was handled. My guitar was lost during my flight and did not show up to the destination that I was at. It was supposed to be shipped to me by your delivery service last night, and it was. And when it arrived, I opened it up, and it was very wet inside, and it smells like urine. And it's very obvious that someone has urinated in my guitar and in my guitar case. Also, my dead mother's ashes were in the guitar case. And
so, Roxanne, there's even more.
It's even more.
So much going on, and that mom's ashes are in the case as well.
Yeah.
So mom got peed on. I know some people are into that stuff, but I don't think, anyway.
now the next morning, and so it's dried. I spoke to a number of people, and I explained that my guitar has obviously been urinated in. And I don't feel as though it was taken as seriously as it should be, considering this is a biohazard.
I'm taking this very seriously.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know that people are as into that as much as, posthumously, right?
Well, you know the new Southwest slogan, right?
What is it?
Pee flies free. So
they have no pee fees.
Yeah.
Want to pee away.
Okay, boarding group P right now. we're boarding group P. Group P?
I touched this with my bare hands, trying to figure out why my guitar is soaking wet, and I have cuts on my fingers. I traveled, and I'm staying in.
Wait, hold on. She got cuts on her fingers, and she's touching an unknown, smelly liquid in her guitar case. Oh no!
Somebody's beautiful beach house, And I have a urine-covered guitar that stinks. It's a very expensive guitar. And this guitar mattered a lot to me. And I had things to do with it. And now I have this urine-covered guitar stinking up this beautiful beach house. And what am I to do with it? So I was told...
What about Mom's ashes got peed on, too? I'd be more concerned with Mom's ashes than the guitar.
30 days after we filed the report on the phone and everything, I was told I'll have to wait 30 days for a response. And I would like that to be expedited. I'd like something to be done about this immediately because there's a piss-covered guitar from one of your employees who decided to open up my guitar and pee all over my dead mother's ashes and my guitar. So I hope this video, if you guys can like, share, and comment, and tag Southwest, please. Would like to know what I'm supposed to do with the only piece of evidence, and I'd like to not hang on to it. Thank you.
My God, is that crazy?
She sounds nuts. She sounds like a little bit of a mess. I mean, this woman doesn't sound right either. I mean, who is a guitar case a great place to put Mom's ashes? I don't know.
Listen.
I don't know.
You checked Mom's ashes. I would carry Mom on board. Put Mom in your carry-on. All right?
I mean, you go to the gate agent and you ask what time you can board.
Listen, I clearly think that guy Dave Carroll, the guy that wrote the United Ruined My Taylor Guitar, that guy needs to do a new version that Southwest peed on my guitar.
Yeah, cut a version with her.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you don't remember this is a big. Do we have this thing queued up?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, remember this? This guy had his Taylor guitar smashed by United.
United Airlines on my way to Nebraska. The plane departed Halifax, connecting in Chicago's O'Hare. While on the ground, a passenger said from the seat behind me, "My God, they're throwing guitars out there."
Oh, man.
The band and I exchanged a look, best described as terror, at the action on the tarmac, and knowing whose projectiles these would be. And so before I left Chicago, I alerted 3 employees who showed complete indifference towards me. United, you broke my Taylor guitar.
Oh, man.
United, some big help you are.
I'm going to tell you right now, all these years later, that is still spectacular.
You know, he posted it 15 years ago, 24 million views.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
Yeah. Dave Carroll and United smashed his Taylor guitar. And Taylor guitars are customized and can be very, very pricey. And I remember that was a real bad piece of PR for United Airlines back some years ago.
Oh, yeah. But this airline pee-pee guitar story has a lot of legs as far as a country song. All the elements.
Yeah. Southwest peed on my guitar and Mommy. Got to squeeze in Mommy's ashes.
You got to get that in.
Yeah.
You're in.
I think that's about it. I still have a lot of stuff we didn't get to. So that's the story. Oh, did you? Adele was partially deaf from a rare infection?
That's why she kept saying hello.
Yeah, Adele.
Hello?
Hello, stop.
Can't hear anybody. Hello?
Adele is suffering from partial hearing loss after contracting a painful ear infection.
It's me. Hello?
The Easy on Me hitmaker 36 told a crowd in her Vegas concert Friday that the temporary pain has been the worst she's experienced, even worse than childbirth.
Take it easy on me. I'm deaf.
And did you see? So Adele's got issues now, and Celine Dion with the frozen body syndrome and everything.
Dude,
And
you might want to stay away from a Vegas residency.
I'm telling you, man,
It does not end well.
it's like Legionnaires or something going on. I don't know what's shaking. But no, there was a picture of Adele and Celine embracing. Did Adele go to Celine's show or Celine went to Adele? Anyway, I thought it was a nice photo. We got to roll. We will see you here tomorrow for Halloween. It's the special Halloween show. I don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with some Halloween special.
I mean, are we going to come in costume?
Yeah. I got to do pizza now. I'm very excited. Going down to the going to downtown Tampa right now with Michelle to serve up pizza at the state attorney's office. for the 13th. So looking forward to that with the Colony Grill and the pizza truck. Yeah, feeding the employees of the Hillsborough County State Attorney's Office. I'll see you back here tomorrow, folks, with Roxanne and Fester and Andrew. Have a fantastic day. You got the MJ Morning Show on Q105. This is radio station 104.7 FM.
MJ Morning Show.
And let's be careful out there.
Download the app now. Get the Q105 app and listen to us any